Wasamua ka. Asoja fire do me langas. Asoja fire do me langas. Asem we ya ka. But obia emwa obia. Nansa ya lady be frame from a year friend is sphincters. Na sa asia what transfer year adwuma for over 13 years. Or say McDonald's say oh din crofo din. Say but who McDonald's cars wo and crofo no say or say akwa kokobi. O tira o nipa property a oya sa de no. Omo de asoja fo abegu asase ne so abubu oya florist. Omo bubu ne niam nyina agu. Okwa no mo ba bebu no. Ono so kofa langa. Just a whole lot of issues. Then you see 3 days in the Bobie to Akandoh. Emfaso bia ni so. Bobie to Akandoh. Emfaso bia ni so. Ogoka ya ma onka. So the point is at the end of the day, the Accra say oh onipa da sani yaboni to Akandoh, but yemra rent issues no so. So on my opinion, we will deal with the rent issues. On my opinion, we will deal with the rent issues. So on the rent issues, no, we will deal with the rent issues. Nanama, muna.
And I was sense, Numa. What about DM? What about DM? Bobie and Ghana,
Muna follow that issue. Baumia, you know, Oko Lanchi. Yeah. What is the issue?
Issue ni nyina se we de ya de ho no dadaada ya wo maka se mle bi baba bedu a on be bofutuo bi ato sika bi ato ho no mo enti wo apply a enye se wo nya adwuma wa so ye fi nkran yi kumase se wo ba be hozo wo ba be pepa bi adi ana so fritachi man na wa bankran ana so fi nkran akokumase eye nationwide project e na wo maye enti sika
na hwan aye
government under the office of the vice president.
Why? That's what I want.
And also one who akwana elanchi Asenso Boache. Was it Asenso Boache?
But I learned say a private company. Rent Masters. Omo hoda dada. Bare 5 years.
Yes.
The company was registered in 2018. Right? Omo register company in 2018. And omo emma bosia. Omama bosiama de rent ya interest ya 20%.
Wo Facebook. Na se kura me kopɛ dan kwanka me ko omo ho. Ba interest ne na no de.
The interest you say.
It's interest no.
Yeah, you say 20%. 20%.
Yeah.
Okay. So 20% no. Ba omianom aba be shemu bi. So which means almost say me Bobie.
O pedan ya.
Me pedan ya. No ma kwa ko hu omo enya sa
o ko apply
me apply 100 Ghana cedis 100 Ghana cedis
yes o apply
enti nipa 10 etua 100 Ghana cedis
1000 Ghana cedis set terms and conditions apply
nipa 100 tia 10,000
nipa 100 tia 10,000
Ghana cedis nipa 100 tia 10,000 Ghana cedis okay all right now almost say obi obetumi apply e hwan no hwan
obi a woye adwuma wo ye adwuma nye obi a kekese bi a ena enye se bi a wo national service worker wo betimi apply ana se bi a wo ye internship ba bi busunso a ye ma 300 Ghana cedis wo betimi apply wo obi adwuma a eye sustainable say meti hanom yi every month bi a me salary ba because wo kwa o bank statement nyina aka ho
really
and yes because ene na kire say dan no say yesika ne yetam de ama wo entuni na kire say next 6 months edi wanimu ni o bank statement a wo de buy no o salary aba to aso na say yekokotam be say 10,000 na 20,000 de ma wo na month bia wo betua 500 na say bosumi 2 months 3 months o salary ma na say
so in the first place yemfa say enya say yemfa say omo nya adwuma enka ho
wo nya adwuma de so ntimi apply because eyade a interest si ho a bosumi so a wo besan so atua enye se ye de kwa akoma wo se wunya adwuma ye a no start atua terms and conditions apply eye sika akwaya te say wo kwa akwaji loan akwa han dan enti saa omo no de wo edan no omo wo omo site adan bebire wo hono mo enti de wa hwa de wa ho odin ebetimi no enti so say no ma partner with the government so
okay now government now or my partner with the government no which means omo na be kwa akopɛ dan na ma and I say one na be kwa akopɛ dan no abegis ka no
edan ne de answer make say wo awutim say wo apply a na say wo kokonya dan na enti wonya dan na wo apply na say dear Kwana Mekan say omo confirm you say was see a dima with dear say when I compare dine not just say who papers bibia agreement bibia no dia ko
maminya djuma bi mrasisia. All right, so quick one baby bia what menka djuma de way citizen show across the country starting from today on Accra FM powered by Class Media Group, okay, so CMG. And Mr. Emmanuel Kosu, head of public affairs, rent control department. Line so Uncle Yima Mahai.
Obanye medio.
Boko de.
Nyamia don bi drive boko.
Uncle Yima.
Nana.
Say aban say one rent masters a car boom.
Yeah.
Omo be mabosia. Na amanfo e dia rent mpacho mo ya aware red control mo ya aware program no mukobi
mpacho yes can project management committee and from inception coping time yeah we are deeply involved.
Okay, so check me procedure any so procedure any say
okay procedure any say first no who tenant no say who want you say what who gan now person who now for how many years now rent advance no when say obetira and now obetimi actually no monthly no obetimi apply to the scheme no but process me say I say we can identify a dino now the landlord no one who renter and now renter of say orgy and who renter say orgy no obetimi and no never mouth and now call site no for the national rental assistance scheme you will calculate a bill and it's a would give Bosnia a catch 1,000 cities. Now a China wako no yes see 500 which is 50% of the salary. And according to the eligibility criteria, no, you don't qualify because if obia 30% of the rent, and no never call me salary, no. And we know a China a cost to not more than 300 Ghana cities. But by eligibility criteria, no man. First, no, I say we are Ghanaian. Now I be more than 18 years. I say we work Ghana card. I say we work bank account and now mobile money account. Because they have demanded statement. And to the only bank account there, over to me provided mobile money account. And no quarter channel, 30% now make one channel. And the way eligibility criteria and it's a who identify those now I apply, make sure say now I see 30% of the salary. Now I provide this information. So who provide you and one says what qualify now you call landlord now you set down here who can watch them because we should be aware. So what for this now? Edano is so much. A single room, now I see a deal 1,000 people. There's question mark there. It's a very due diligence, now I'm making sure that the value of where you are going to rent, it coincides with how much you are taking.
Mami Musa o. Enti mama loan no for how long? How many years? An months? Say na
Okay, in the first place, we tell nothing I overstand say the area more for 2 weeks. For 2 years, and now 1 year, and now 5 years. And it's a whole duration now over now. Now I call site, for the national rental assistance. Now I go calculation. Now I say no, I can qualify. and it will provide all the necessary requirements now. Then we go according to your request. Now I call to us as and it's a best 1 year, 6 months, a best 2 years, so 5 years. But
Angrima, your laws about rent.
Okay.
I can't say duration no time no duration here say.
Okay. And to your law no under section 25 section 5 of the Rent Act used to secure no. You see, my landlord no say a long tenancy, my own demanding more than 6 months rent advance. The word there is demand. And to tell me a tenant, now me what 2 years. Now me say, no, I'm coming to work in this area for this period. Now me what now. And when they say me the my landlord, I know no what demand you. Lord, no can say my own demanding. Because if that's me, I said, make me have 6 months. Now me the 1.5 years, no, after 2 months. They say, yes, try it you. Haircut, no, a bottle. So Melu, so and she said,
angry man. Yeah, common educated public, you know. Let's get it clear. What a young momra na se chain and tia down. Wadaroma, one I bet ye. But Minoka say, I'm for sending messages about your Facebook page. Then I'm for raising questions. Say, okay, so rent control. The main issue are now a mebruning crop and say. Me ko hide die then run so me pay 2 years me need 2 years ni sika then we know say the rent control emra no 6 months after they say mokura no mu chire mu say mu use semantics say enye demand so no en demand na say ube hia dia and fine it seems we are not definite on the law. What does the law says?
Nana, whilst you are checking, maybe whilst we are talking, ma will produce on Google and section 25 section 5 of the Rent Act 1953.
Okay.
The word is clear that no landlord is to demand more than 6 months if it's a long tenancy. Who be there say collect. Makan was send the brace says the landlord no demanding no collect or deeper what to but one demanding now we tenant we see no, I'm interested in your premises. I have this money, I want to pay upfront. And your landlord no offense has been committed because landlord no on bisa we now see over here. Yeah, what near ma say landlord no
Angry. Me kwa ko han dan ya. Se me kwa kan kire landlord ni say me wo $5,000 in butum. Enti on kire how longer e be so. Ana mpa cho me boa. Dan wura no e be
rent dan ya. Wo bottom na be kire wa ho.
But dan wura no e na e kire so me dan me de ma 1 year, me de ma 6 months. Obi wo kra o se me de ma monthly. You pay me monthly. Obi wo 2 years. So the time duration no landlord no and a time duration and yes sir.
No, tenant but me pay me will for 2 years.
Oh okay. So say tenant the casa sell per so for 2 years sir. So 6 months and I say so 2 years no.
Landlord no bet be say how many months now bet me at here. Time I wouldn't negotiate no now tenant bid now achi. Or man a signal say, me dear make me have 2 years, make me have 3 years. And so bet me have funny excuse be now I push you because we wasting the time. Not the done I'm on the papa one
way munyini say pa na Ghana for komu here a rent control so mu be break ya de down man. But it seems like more confused here more. And even
no confused. I don't think I may see my producer no on go na yan kind Kenya and bad say na 50 law no and we dey say kasa we dey ma go na we water na
no the okay no is clear. I mean sana etie but what I mean is I say afi no ye hu say law no too there is no clarity on it.
No, there's clarity. And no, I mean, church it's clear. No, one say previous in the night they are share as them with landlord.
Makwatna obi fie. Agrima. Makwatna obi fie. Me catch any background say me pay bia 2 years, but me to 6 months. Me to 6 months no. 6 months no so ye no na obi aba be to sika no so bia 50 cedis and 100 cedis. Enipa no se wutu 6 months into 2. No for many background no atimi 100 cedis atoso no.
Okay.
Na me ya ne den.
Nana, I say yes, that direction because a man say my landlord no on trying economy. Now every 6 months, every year now or 2 ni rent mo. Rent assessment you no every 2 years. And so within that 2 years no landlord there any say within the period no obetu ni rent mo. The other aspect no say one say the rule of the game at the court is evident. So we call them not demanding more than 6 months rent. Now bet me produce years evidence now. Why not? You better follow up. Not sanction because law me say my own demanding.
Okay. But another in say why the 100 cities and sana ma assess a friend says a portal no. It said the agent Jimisika.
Okay.
And I sir.
And sir.
Why the 100 cities?
Yeah, what 30 million plus Ghanaians. So they are below 18 years, from now some estimate. Say a business, Obia or when no scheme no here no cry, or better try system no. Obia our dying and now what try that. Or better me for quite now what tried them. This near at the pressure but 2 system no so. And this is just like a barrier. So, man call. Secondly, so apart from interest now, this is going to be added to the operational cost. Once a lot of gadgets, a lot of internet equipment will be involved. A lot of personnel should be involved because they will identify structure no area. I say open and do what now young cautious say ampa. Over him. Me
babaji loan. Ansah na me sabeka loan kra no. Wajim 100 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
You no call rent masters no meboa.
Nana, okay.
Enyom one eko.
Yeah, eko more.
Momo red control for mamo ho.
But my young clarify we rent control minister of works and housing.
Some money private company na eh.
Yeah, and no make
us 100 cities no say e call rent masters no.
Processing fee.
Sika no ko hwan ho.
Processing fee it goes to the scheme.
Scheme no ne hwan. Enya rent masters na provide scheme no.
Scheme no ya ma your project management committee omo supervisor omo chef nyama bekoye. Rent control is there as the operational company, but under them or above them is the project management committee where Minister of Finance is involved, rent control is involved, Attorney General is involved, Minister of Works and Housing is involved.
So rent masters, rent masters, no, where do they come in?
Where do they come? They do the operational day-to-day operational activities.
So, operational activities, they been there.
And when they say, the work on who China or who apply a better or system, no, now, the BBI, okay, or move for more personnel, now, or more diwachi, now, ya koshe dano, no more chow sikano, now, the Uber retail, you pay back into the scheme.
Okay, so at that point, when it comes to the monetary issues, you are dealing with rent masters.
And monetary aspects, but checking your credibility.
I understand. What I mean is, at the last point, checking your credibility, issues about money, loan now on Sabekano. After the only rent masters, any deal, and yes, sir.
Only rent masters, any deal because I'm on front to project management committee.
Very good. So, 100 cities now me Tiano. Offer Is it going to the government or going to the rent masters?
Cost scheme no more because your repayment. You cannot rent masters free scheme no more. Now I call landlord no. So over your repayment back scheme no more. And the rent masters is just facilitating the payment and incoming in and out of the payment.
Eco scheme no more. Why na so?
Project management committee no.
That is the rent masters.
Including the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Work and Housing, Rent Control.
Okay.
Management.
Okay. All right. Okay. So say me baba be pay loan me 200 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Me 200 Ghana cedis no. In the first place no, your friends a percentage interest. You say 20%. Is that right?
12.
12%.
12%.
Into offer. Me you find say be 1,000 cedis. Me baba beji loan of maybe 10,000.
Okay.
Baba betime.
Yeah.
Baba betime. Answer betime including the interest. And yes, sir.
Okay. No.
Now in the course of a year, me name contract no. Me juma say. What happens?
Okay. And the agreement ni say e wo ye law no mo say ma tenant no ma wenti landlord ka bo so me ba kon. And in the first place, Bibia, I say, you will be required to deposit what we call the security deposit. Okay? It could be a month or 2 months rent now, and it's a what you must say, once I rent you a first of every month.
Now, me pacho security deposit, no, and if I know, Uncle First can waiver.
No, so Bibia. Wow, security deposit, Oh, say you are putting structures in place now. Tenant the best landlord the
over Ministry County. And I may buy a purpose. No, me bedroom. Was it a dinosaur? Then got me was security deposit. No, my man found behind dynamic go to them.
Nana security deposit of a month, and so to say over to me, wow, say, yes, in 2 months, no, national rental assistance scheme. You have a Bontina Cassette, can 30 million no. And tenant baby, a Juma saying, their charm. Then where are we going?
And the other, would you say, I don't think I got a bino. I'm far Sikan because I buy so or they say 18 million Ghana cedis. A seed man in a buy so or say.
Yeah, the 30 million are more provided, but for now, no, yeah, the 18 no, gumu. Now you provided a private entity. Sa sikano. Say or no fa enya adwuma obesi age 100 Ghana. Adenti no man fa more red control. Eya mo directly a government institution. Na mo run a yes scheme no mo betimi aye ne ye. Adenti no man ye ne sa. Okay. And the amount to me because this involves infrastructure implementation. And yet, common computer needs CPU na yedi running. You have to buy database systems.
So, Uncle. Okay.
They see out of this 30 million now 18 million. You got infrastructure no woman. She coming now better. But rent masters was our infrastructure, not that. So we are going to rely on their infrastructure.
So, Uncle Mami Musao, are you not sad that a private company has the capacity to provide us such service?
Okay.
But government institutions say rent control. They need the capacity to provide us that service. And
Nana. At this point, because this is a pilot project, it is a pilot project. We are coming to learn the best practices. And after the pilot project, the government will come and say, no, we have learned so much. Why don't we start buying the equipment for this particular agency? No more take you over. Actually, for now, no, but after the pilot project, it's not lessons, not government. Then let's involve a lot of private companies. And I am farmer applying institute and agency, not continue there. I heard my but for now, no, because we don't have the infrastructure, no, and they have the infrastructure, we can roll out and then learn the best practices from them.
Okay, all right. Ovaima, may I want you be I am say as I to Juma, so I cry from the Ghana citizen show. Yeah, that's be brave.
Yeah, Nana missing that.
All right, okay, so that's it. Matthias, very interesting, eh? Very interesting.
Very
quick one.
Very interesting. Now, utie die eja yima beka na. Ultimi hu say entasu
my uncle journalist be senior journalist be send me message. I say, Bobie, now the minimum wage in Ghana in books is 14 Ghana cedis, 88 pesos. So let's take it round figure like 15 Ghana cedis. Okay. So rent rate varies depending on where one lives, meaning that if I live in Dansoman, where even a single room self-contained is between 400 Ghana cedis and 500 Ghana cedis, and I earn 1,000 Ghana cedis, I can't qualify. This policy covers single rooms on compound houses beyond Kaswa. Trust me. Now the most annoying part is that they say if you default in paying the loan in 1 month, the landlord can throw you out. Where will the rent control laws be then? Because by rent control laws, you need 3 months. You need 3 months. Anyway, Matthias, quick one.
And because uti asema eja yima beka na Bobie entasu because sir, first of all nipa be no mo target. Say conform mu ye adwuma o ka say so ye adwuma wa ban mu ana so na adwuma papa bi e obi a wo no be wanya be owo no ma be say 2 3 4 bi wa ware o no ma be say 2 3 4 ti akra na obi ebuso bi mu ye be 3 ana say 4 after kwada single room and then 2 bedroom papa be no obenya be cost so be 400 cities and
that me problem it seems like I feel it's a Ponzi scheme. Forgive me.
Seriously, because 100 cities now we see ye track. Also beside the question, we say 100 cities no. Call rent masters for anasa call more rent control anasa or say it's in the scheme me.
Or say a scheme no.
Scheme what scheme ni one scheme ni.
I know scheme no. Ube attorney general.
Scheme
finance minister.
National Rental Assistance Scheme. Yeah,
I know what I say. Ube attorney general reps Ube Ministry of Works and House and reps then you have other
papa be catcher because
then a problem our rent dan renting emra yasisa enye adwuma.
Yes, mra de enye adwuma.
Me hu se ni pa ya na kasa ye me hu se BBC pidgin o wa granting interview bi ho no mo a wo se
ima
he's my very good friend. Obetimi any landlord no akwa agreement say tenancy agreement said 3 years and then 3 years no first 6 months no beji but there can you pay in a bit. But
does it work? Does it work? It doesn't work.
Because they say Kwabena mumu dia be enu ho. They say na mumu ye na. Mumu say so bi be ya mu betimi atua 2 years 3 years no. E be ma wo mo apply no. You mu be ko ye akase ko pay den. Wo kwa fiewura no be ka twa sa ba ne de no kura wo de aba no. Wo atua 2 years atua 3 years. Enti ada na me 6 years. Because say mumu twa kwan na to wo. Anyway, say more rent control anytime we scheme
all right. Okay, so let me do this quick one. Messi Abasisia Nanama, Patricia Yosin ewo line also, and I think say me huni video on TikTok. On TikTok, you see a friend is it libel or Patricia?
Yes.
Part to say. So quick one. TikTok name no me pacho. Who educate me how to mention it? Libel. Okay, yes. Thank you, Libel. Okay, so on TikTok, Patricia Yosin had Libel. Then when the video be talking about rent issues, echo viral. Then and run but before that, we had these issues about a rent scheme and all that. Patricia, what a rent scheme and issues? What do you think about the whole issue?
Oh, okay. So me and draw no na me say Yera, Mampania Bedia, Ababe, yeah, but me, dear, me call into details because I'm a dear me to say, send a bear if you're a no, bet me a my send a young who debate me 6 months and then 1 year, no, and I'm me me so home, until me set down home, me set down home, dear cost to be Ansah.
Okay, so now what you are saying is, I buy me seriously, me so Nkwana metis asem way. Say omo private company be a friend rent masters. Omo man crofo bosia the high dine. Say government is on rent masters no ba yeah juma. Yombema mebunu bosia. Omo ma bosia no unya juma just so you be a juma or passport or ID den. Now the boss answer on better 12% every month. You pay back, but on better 12% every month. Beyond that, 1 month per se would default in us when tia omono a buying on rent masters ne car when tia car. If you run one quite say O2 a free a dynamo. Yes, so far no, these are the explanations or more my but then obey us as this is 100 Ghana cedis and sign what to me almost say a processing fee. Yeah, but with what you were complaining about, because yes, boy yes, so man can be and for yes, no. Even Dr. Baumia say, oh, they can provide for 2 years and 1 year, and somehow no, in a subtle way, trying to back a landlord for demand for 1 year, 2 years. So these are some of the issues on the street. Amount for doing come up, but because you video then we just want to talk to you about this current situation. If a suit more, then we move on.
Oh, okay. To me, me a Juma ni way ni dear, me dear be ana and come because me no me ni a Juma if you am full time and I 12% we be me but me online nyama 1 or 2 bi na me ya me de boa me enti no me de na me ade study ani say bia your friend is a rent control for no bema in say na ye adwuma say 6 months and then 1 month ne 1 year say ye mo a hu bet me say 1 year no mo aboa but other scheme me there I don't think they be favor me enti no me there I'm still holding on the rent control for no.
Okay. So in the first place, all right. So that is your position. That is good. Liber, thank you so much. When you didn't come on area, yeah, that's me. Okay. I am say, Ama, Matthias, asamno yeah can wasem no
simple.
Bobie. What my dear baby? What we say, we know it's a Ponzi scheme. Ask me why.
Tell me.
See. And conform bebre ebetuasa 100 cities no, and a lot of them will be disqualified. Until you obey 100 now, obey apply or 200 cities now, obey disqualified. Obey 200 cities now on the back and now obey keep 100 cities no. 2, start 30 million na mose modi shame no. Start can book of fan wa himfa. Yen say mose Ghana yeni sika ye ho kire enti ye dwane ko IMF start 30 million na mose mo raise a mode rent masters and I say rent masters ya ba mode support no mo ko first scan where this is what is going to happen omuni mu say 100 cities no at least nkofo bebrebe also kind of for the padia like a easy it will there will be a rush nkofo bebrebe subscribe with 100 cities sasika no and be from sa capital no ba be adwuma no into a lot of people will have their hope and register but they'll be disqualified omunya sa sika no mo pe no and then too me dey ba kwa hye me kra kakra say ye omanpenya Budgetary Dr. Muhammadu Barumia etumi ko program where I say yes okoko support ade but you don't say you betumi tia be 1 year and I say 2 years wa bra wodim say Ghana ha emra koya na ma wo Dr. Barumia be vice president uko jina ho eka say 1 year and I say 2 years wa bra wodim say emra so chere say landlord bia ni wo so more than 6 months landlord bia ni wo so more than 6 months it is a wonim say emra where why would you go to a public event and then say you bet to make sure 1 year or 6 months or 2 years. Meanwhile, no, in November, what the friend say in November, no, friend say cabinet pass say so say no you be baby be say 1 year at least let me to who 1 year who were the people advising the vice president one na two no for out to me call say you bet me 1 year and say 2 years and then say who be say ejayima obetan radio so ka say oh say landlord no anjia so to me when you demand na so one Ghana one enimu say current edanya between 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years.
Okay, so
I don't say so money rent control for
right.
This is not come and throw dust into our eyes.
Me sorry, so the Americans will be anyone more where you may sustainable or back buying was a one. So obi anyone more where you may sustainable.
But Seth Tony Boso has sent a message, and I think so, or responded directly to Matthias. Or say just like going for a US visa, you lose you lose your money when disqualified. Ponzi scheme to the hilt. Okay, so like it's the same thing. It's a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, you go in there, you lose your money, and that's it. You don't get it.
It's also which them. Emma Ghana 40 years. And yes, I would say, yeah, say, who apply at the Bema, who could 200 Ghana at the Bema. Obi also one more sustainable job at the end of the month in Sika air bar.
I will come back to you guys. I'll come back to you guys. My main enquiry a lucky about Jumamra, but Nana John to our Shry FM Ibiko page. I'll say the rental scheme launched yesterday has some different figures. The MPP manifesto said the seed money will be 100 million, but yesterday Dr. Baumia said 30 million. Strangely enough, in the 2023 budget allocation, it was 4.5 million. So you see, they keep on changing the figures. Then you have one figure in the manifesto, you have another figure in their delivery. Then you have a different figure in the 2023 budget. And Senior says, Baumia became MPP. Bobokala, don't mind him. He has become MPP Bobokala. Okay, so need to say so. Dr. Baumia was not privy to all this information, and it has to take public department to correct him. It's sad. Okay, so on YouTube you have Nana Akosia says, "Bobie, don't mind them." Anything to make money from the poor, and that is what they are doing. Ophelia Yawa says, okay, so happy new month, Bobie, thank you so much. True Teller says another Ponzi scheme is here. Nana Kosia says no law forces anybody to rent the property if they don't want it. Okay, so Yabuatin says another PDS or NAM1 Pro Max. Okay, all right. Now, it's so sad, and you wanyama bebrianke ya ba be on Dr. Baumia, the things they have said. So now we are dealing with these issues about whether it's Ponzi scheme or it's not a Ponzi scheme. You're only a one issue. Then you are dealing with issues about your friend is say unim say e-levy. The same Dr. Baumia na ko Peace FM ko say e-levy. Omonjeje a friend say yeah. The same Dr. Baumia, but Maminya Jumemura, JC says they are collecting the 100 Ghana cedis just to build a cathedral. Simple. Omunye Bibia. So, Dr. David Boatin, Doc Akwaba.
Chama, so
Lucky Heba.
Fantastic.
Part of finance.
Right. Me da say we already commander. Me da say Bible so mama akwanya wo show so na dey say radio so she obi a dey ato Accra FM. Na me da was na me go straight to Lucky Heba Hospital. Ka Lucky Heba Hospital de bia me ba me ka kire say upe baby a wayaresa eda wakoma so obetimanya ayaresa na ye Lucky Heba Hospital de nti na ye kasa de bia me ka say upe baby a ho beto a ye ka baby a ye ka ne say obi a waye bi pen enye obi a fe na obi sa so obetima ye pen ana enti Lucky Heba Hospital one of the hospitals say say wa wonya anti Lucky Heba Hospital na me say fe na waba ewiase foforo ya ye adwuma na che enye ne nko an ye ba betiti o problem ama enti ewie emre ni ho enti na me come asem street so na me kasafa Lucky Heba no kama ode ba dwa so ema no etu agusu Lucky VK eye dura doctor dia ba ema mo any problem ewo ahemfie honomo say okeka o say wo free so basabasa problem bia owa ema wontimi nya nige aso ba no me pa cho onya Lucky VK ni bia ahode so nko be ba ma hwa ye kama na wo be ba no so wape Lucky bitters ni bi se okoku ena house osisi na ye wo ya unya bitters ni bia obegira ona so aye strong enuro bebre na Lucky dia ba dwa so ko pharmacy bia eben wa also pe lucky no bi ato onsa beka ewie mi ka yare ketewa bi ho asem akire enya yare ketewa but me di hu komoti awa na fe ma sorry to na me di ama commander na say na radio so aye no anhwe ya na ya twamase me no kasa fa yare e fe no referred pain last time me ba me beka akoma de akire na me timu na me cho say referred pain yare ben referred pain yare a eda no ho ade onipadua ni ba bia nanso enye ho na ha na yare ni firi baabi yemfa ne se ebia wo liver problem na wonya achiyawo anase oboya wo ya anase wo kon ase eye wo ya yare aku amanfo bebre anase adi amanfo bebre dem amanfo bebre e wo severe waist pain ni sisi ye ne ya pa sorry na wanketa de bo ntimi sorry anase one ne yire kra kompa so within 2 minutes pa age say wada ho no be over 10 minutes 15 minutes na watima sa sorry be. Referred pain could be a problem. Say there will be an organ defect, and as organ will be any problem. Na done when you need to na kwa baby. I don't not one could to doctor near na juma Bobie wa. O nimnya oya. Ube uni say be example. O liver problem wachi ya we ya pa. O you be a utim wachi. O dia coffee wada wa ma umatia. O yire tia. We are any baby I so she nyina still. Enko it could be say o liver any problem. Ebetimi ama wanya referred pain wachi ama wachi ataya wo ya pa wan hwe ya untimi nso ano and wan ko hu doctor ni na adwuma bi a ube hu se wa ma ointment anaze wa ma aduro bi se fatwitwiri ho na ebekọ wachi do be no mi wa na nyi wachi do mpe enu ti na ba laki ya ba hospital ya nya abotre do ko etu nro so anaze scan through your system ni ahwe then ebetimi akoso that particular area ebetimi ma na nya yawo enti enya se oba ya wo se wachi ya wo ya na ama wachi aduro. Yes, search it through your system and yashe into a liver problem one ubetimanya dear friend says skin and eye that appear yellowish I had a friend join this no we will be a liver problem unima that is one of the sign I will be to me and I say why I say betima ya and I say betimi ahun and I say when I come as betimi ahun and as who betima cow that is some of the signs I will be say we in your liver problem and I say John Sabo say John and a very dark and shana enye clear. All these things are sign actually will say liver and who ya touchima. But one of the things is dangerous to say well who said near HC only pedue yes particular organ we na show sir. Obi one more kidney problem. Kidney bet mo when ya sisi yare anu odin pa wo dwene ho awon ti ase. Ya beka say koku, ya beka say ho obeye bibia tuasa a chechere but enko. Gina mayina fre nebra laki ye ba ye o kaneshi Central University ye nyomo ebo ebra ye nyomo oncha ho pe uba kaneshi also first light also call Lucky Eba Hospital o friend number we bit mama direction kama na next for babishia number no 0556 065 777 0556 065 777 and also Ashama your Ashama Jericho Road Roman down your name St. Augustine Asordan Roma Asordan edin hwe animo number bit my friend Ashama area ba bia temanungwa bia ben bia no Ashama 0548 98 66 89 0548 98 66 89. Apart from yare amabobosi or yare which is infertility, diabetes, pressure, hepatitis, stroke, infections, gonorrhea, and syphilis, and also so yare bia or mojambroso, and malaria, typhoid. Ubedu Lucky Eba Hospital, Mr. Nyamia Dumutun San Fao Yare and Cosabi, Nabotre, Nebra, now be do honoma, Yadia Yaresa, and Nama Bibidromo kind at the amount. Now on so do fear, Utiam Lucky Eba, now manager to say. My lucky.
What's your mom better say?
My lucky. Commander.
Metiemo lucky eba.
Why you lucky?
Thank you.
Mr. Medase pa.
Medase be live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. All right, let's do this.
Oh, with Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana Bobie Ansah. Yeah, yeah.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema Bemeti Garafuru Kube Puntimpuna Sokode. No Akanchira Katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena, Keja Gumamilianko.
Okay, live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show on Sunyane FM. Yamamunina aha ebio. And I say Commander Lucky Heba. Benjamin Kebua from Facebook says, Commander, if 10,000 people register Baumia and the minister will realize 1 million Ghana cedis. Okay, that is very huge. Maunyo says, good afternoon, Bobie. Nyaminsho Nida is here. Okay, so we have Patrick Esel. Also listening to us live. Thank you so much. Upper West 4 Laura Yadamunina say live was studio say and every mekacho se meye Juma Kakra Honorable Kwabena Mintah Akandoh MP for Job, also constituency and ranking member on health issues or parliament, Emma, the minority group, right? Okay, so he's here with me in the house. Don says we are here. Don Elton, thank you so much, Don Elton. My other affiliate stations, we are grateful this afternoon. Oria. Afisiapa. Thank you. Also namuni but now you discuss my opinion, one of your segments, my opinion. Okay. Rent issue, how do you see it? I'm out for Felicia say a Ponzi scheme being the air, because hear me and come in pesca me behind that. I buy so a company, private company. Aqua can boom. Meaning 300 Ghana cedis emphasis a year on my platform. Now, Memphis a year, that's criteria near more motion me from go. They will vet me online. Say me follow within her. Now omo abababe omo frame. Now me do omo kwatre edanya mepe. Now omo no etuaka. Now almost say metia 12% interest. Nemo no metia ama womo. 100 Ghana no kwa, it won't come back again.
A business. It's business. Forget about it. It's business. One will say, Sankrofo we I sabi on fuso munum nyansa ma. Eja na e kusi obi mfichiri. On say amafo asha say ka say mo promise say mo be ma rent. You see ano so kai sa a promise na.
Yeah.
Akwa we na no bin mu pa.
Nana komia.
Ndi amafo asha say ebisa. Ndi oso mutumi ye bibi. Ni mu say omutuma because omoko presidential primaries any ade where Bobie and ebedi apomudi mu nsem but omi empaye Bobie it's not a joke.
What is happening?
Where aban we omode boni arrogance sa menu omani mu be din times 2 since 2022. I'm telling you.
And then now anymore ye tell me.
Okay, so mami infa honko nema ba ko minu bi ansa na ya ba we so. They say I'm no kasa yi. Yeka adrobe 575 billion Ghana cedis. Eka idea. 575 billion Ghana cedis. Eka idea nko ano no. They say inflation no. A free 54% and I'm going equal 60% and I'm going. Yes, and I'm going equal 60%. Bobie, these people have run out of ideas. I'll give you 2 examples in the agriculture sector. When you say mind DM, say aduane wo man mu na manfo nya aduane dia crime cry no ekofom. Sabi atade dia say wonni atade cry hye na say wo ba ko a obetimi asi. Na wa hye wade. O ma bia mu aduane anipa bedie. Eni nipa pomuden e wo say hia obia. Sam right wo mu yi. So we decisions be amanfo take aban take with the gas aduane aye die cry na. To see I kasa you. I'm no kasa yi. Yeah. Now over the years, obi a worker machines be aba o man mo de be yaku adwuma no. Tire. Working boot. Nsekan. Na tax be any so. Aban the tax akoto so. Duty. To see agric equipment I dey yemfu. A free amano na ye kraba o man mu no. Heavy duties. Aban da be twam ewura professor Amesa aban yewura Jomani Mahama aban na ebi nni so
kofo aban
na ebi nni so. Now what it means is that say ukoto kaneno na auto tractor ebia be ye 50,000 Ghana cedis na nipa no import no the tax abeto so a ube wa akoto no ebedru be ye 60 to 70,000 Ghana cedis
I see.
Now let me make us say means when I chess uncle for your rain. Oko the northern part of the country, baby or home do a mon pa. So I say.
Yes.
Now, fortunately or unfortunately, no. Sa me any na omomo na omuduano. So one melia broken rice no edosu.
Okay.
Enu nti eya Nigeria for no ebeto. Nigeria ho no mo process rice na on for be parboil. Na parboil rice na de say broken rice kwa na parboil ya ebe green ebe long green.
Okay.
Nti emma farmers na omo wasa catchment area no from BC Yagaba area omo musika pa.
I see.
Now, yen sa parboil rice no Ghana you need sa taste for Ghana parboil rice. Jire fresh one na ya process no. In say we beton parboil rice our Ghana any demand. The abanya
Ansah na Joseph.
Oh God. The abanya ye ne say see ano we banning the exportation of those rice no. Meanwhile, yen Ghana any demand for it. Into you know FME be or harvested somewhere in November no. And I will see them. Onye obi man nto waboka nti next year on do for ni biem. Common sense we e finance on say idea I agree with you say ade ne hia na Ghana ha nzi bi akwa mama for beto a ni bo ne be den. I agree with you, but who say who nyansa say ade ne si ho no Ghana you need use for it
ye nipa bi na wo mo
pe it encourages uncle for no crab mundia more any foreign exchange.
Meanwhile, we are talking about global trade.
Fantastic. Way enko classroom ya kusua. Into access and na maybe open yi bi pa frame ya o company say so ni me process mo.
Yeah.
Me ba beto na when I read ho. Last year by now na man for cry a prayer no I demand was very high.
Our lifespan.
Into omo bi si dem mu se sia na omunyo bi man ento se sia no. Next year and this year they won't plant. Unemployment. Oh, until answer the policy be ban as no, you have to think through it. Oma bre adwene ni ho biem. Until sa policy we are taking no. Me ni umi enu nyina say we politician. So when you're politician, so you're sofo, so you're generalist, so you're one I would say when into politics, it will affect you.
Definitely.
So that person is taking this decision. Now they are affected.
Anyway, so Deputy Communications Officer, National Deputy Communication Officer for NDC, Honorable Akugan has sent a message. Was Bobie, the 100 Ghana cedis is the moving fee that the agents take from clients. So
the agents now because I'm going to a diamond.
Yes.
How much charge?
Yes.
So for me,
okay, so
these guys, Bobie,
okay, so
it's something else.
Okay, all right. Valentina sent me a message. Be NHIS. Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Matis, I'm say, maybe I'll be friend. Maybe say NHIS for my review on what tariff no.
Yes.
If you review any tariff for any above, over and above, in fact, if you review up to 54%, I won't actually. Because the inflation is around 54%.
No, but we also review of NHIS tariffs from medicines and services. So you can go through.
Go through. But you can go through.
So I'll say the National Health Insurance Authority has reviewed the NHIS medicines list and service tariffs effective 1st February 2023. Okay, so point 1, you have the framework medicines, and framework medicines have been increased by 50%, plus an additional 30% marginal increase by the NHIA. Point 2, non-framework medicines have been reviewed upwards by 20%. Point 3, service tariffs across board have been increased by 10%. Then you have the Mintah. I don't know if I'm right. Is it right? Okay. Injection, which is 80 mg. Then they have levofloxacin infusion, which is 500 mg.
They're changing and they say over the period, no service providers, no, I catch National Health Insurance for say I'm review my tariff because exchange rate near they are affected one. So what I say, there will be a interest rate, exchange rate, and inflation. Especially so animal means way.
And probably taxes.
Fantastic. A bit American way.
Yeah.
Nti obi wo hwa okoto product no from an no na ebia exchange rate no beye let's say
12 cedis or 11 cedis
into national health insurance for instance ombeji a omo free into ebi wo ho beye 6 months 7 months 10 months no muntuai into no exchange rate no the amount no or the amount 10 cedis de no kotoye no into say ebeba no time akwakotua no even na shutu ko be 13 and 14 ontumi fa bi meka ho
the odebema no odebema
the odebema joma ka cha so omo review tariffs no na omo review enso ache na afei so no inflation and so be ka ho a da bia na ekosoro. So
which means we know what is the implication on your citizens no so
nti most citizens dey mo wukura nkeye
I wonder me here
no the chair ne say eno dey mpo dey munya hu wo ha what it means ne say more open national health insurance implication on you citizens na tie na me be ka kire no
ka kire yen
me no mienu oto nsuo kra what your national health insurance
yes
nti aban sa ponzi scheme yi waji me no mienu 5.28 billion tie ne ye I will say or the kwakotu scheme ni mu na what they say yare okay now me no kasa yi aban no at the only 2.5 billion only 2.5 billion, less than 50%. In fact, by 47%. Ne dey kwa common national health insurance for some fund juma. Into almost
why?
Into more than 50% no. And no ya take common na Kufuado e what Flagstaff House so ndi no kwa.
For operations.
For and obia me a ranking member on health me nima dey odekoye. Me bisa omo a omo say e capping. But what say? Into ene so what national health insurance
say ya to ade na national health insurance revenue de daniel ya to
fantastic nya buy na kopesika bi ade ba baby bi o menu mienu ya twia
ti ekogre for no mabobo ni nyina no ne ate national health insurance authority de say Ghana for so to boa
mudi abanie
mudi abanie
fantastic
ana yewura Kufuado akan yerebo ana wachem mienu
nyemienu wa ma mienu ama fa kra. So that is the real implication. Inti so be call national health insurance and ne with the card ne be call na catch us a drone ho.
Okay, so now with this review no effect ben the benya wo so further.
Well, I'm yet to read maybe I no be friend me catch me I mean the okay, details inti no fasten me but tariff review ni there aya na affected more or less the service providers.
Now, service providers say affect you more because my understanding with economics is that at the end of the day, consumers, whatever it is, chain
and tariff ni na me na also supply a draw. Sabe ma, to be call health facility one a draw ni ho. We bono.
Untimi yan
oh mono. Say we ya force me to draw ma. Ni say tariffs ni nya. Na say me feel say enye mame a. At the end of the day no. Me to ma draw ma.
I see.
Inti ehone de asai o want to scale akwa kwa ubisa ne sa wo de koye den a onya bibia anka nchero. You know, so that is a real effect on us. Inti ubeko ho no national health insurance ebi o ho be 8 months ebi o ho be 6 months 8 months na yentua service provider sika yentua service providers de ka no although what the national health insurance card be call hospital but we do wa we san jiuska if I co-payment cash and carry we san jiuska. That is what it is.
I think say a different conversation altogether. Anyway,
yenyamra met to say conversation be say ye be dia na ma to me bo na ma cheche mu off air ma wati ase opeko akoda adwen ho wa invite me no ba na me the document nyina budget ba bia awo na wankasa ma bia akere na me the national health insurance form na be to anim say national health insurance form na say na kwa nuru
ma me musa mo minim say mo ye namfofo modi nkomo like eye nim na omo nim ana say omo aseda ana say ebone.
Okay, baby wo ho a omo aseda because of the omenya omo funti.
Okay,
baby wo ho a omo aseda because of the omenya free because MPP ni take decision about benefit every frame. Ntina wo kun if we say ono ne mfa so nti For example, national health insurance, in fact, frontline health workers, COVID aba, you see a insurance, Emma Wonum. We as ordinary Ghanaian, we say, Papa. At the end of the day, oh, yeah, insurance, and health workers, yeah, Papa. But the end of the day, discover common enterprise insurance.
Sano Moyeno.
Top discover common enterprise.
Sano Moyeno.
Sano Moyeno. 6,000 workers had Omunia COVID, a couple of Mosanka. It is kind of command enterprise insurance.
Canovata.
Aha. Who's a boy Canovata? Into decision, dear. What's the other? Oh, such decision with the other now. So, yeah.
All this kind of command. Insurance, a money fund. All the command
enterprise insurance, yes.
Sir, what Ubenya COVID
no.
In course of duties, no. Or who deserve insurance? To be alcohol.
Do you be alcohol? I see any move. This kind of enterprise insurance.
6,000.
Inti make catch us e bi wo ha e ye bua payo because of the omeyan film.
Lie.
And e bi nso wo ha e ye bon ene hantan onim. Na wona obebisa wa adwen na munyira maka bon maye no. Obu abonfia obi de nyansa na wo utirim. Sana MPP 40. At the end of the day, we no so no to finish the sort of from na wa bon completely. Asema catch on no kwa won ase. But onobu abonfia, so he believes in his arrogance, he believes in no incompetence, no. At the end of the day, the consequences, the effect of the decision be taken, about affecting me, who a politician, about affect you. Because decision okay on tiase.
This is serious. Okay, so we are dealing with a COVID.
Who say COVID as a no. Almost okay, yema no the decision biaba, yema SMEs. Nyuma nkuma esika. No asality MPP for no chesika na mo.
But they are Ghanaians.
Huh?
Some of you are Ghanaian.
Na they are this in the Togoni. Don't know this in your Togoni.
But they will tell you sir.
So it means that the Onubenya don't take that decision. It is not in the interest of the economy bottom. For example, me a parliamentary candidate. Sanerugu Felicia. Also a parliamentary candidate.
Yes.
This all the COVID came among for me a ranking member on the parliamentary select committee. No one among me be. Now they come out a Felicia, son on Emma constituency phobia, Emma region phobia. It means that you took that decision in the interest of your party. And I'm person no. And yet whether or not they are not Ghanaians, that's not the point I'm making. But Oshan Faswa no Benyanu Taylor. Because look, Unim say, sir, taxes here making about agricultural equipment. Now, minister Nibetia or tax your cat say. Bobie na this machines we buy into young waiver taxes no into the start to me na come minister no with media boy MPP for that is what it is into mono the decision the person me take bia no krono wa chire that's what they are that's what they are if you like name them every single policy on the one village one dam. And if you like set out to the northern part of Camidor, there's no any dam anywhere. Because a contract. No more for you two I didn't even know Genesis can you know qua. Let me say there cannot be any meaningful dam with this money. It's your toa. No banks. No Genesis can baby. You think it's in your interest. That's not catch me no. Name any of their policies. I mean can't chrono actually. Name any of their policies. Name any one of them. Intino, just see that I say, you're more than 20 years.
Obia sending me a message. You say, please don't forget to add the rent support policy from rent masters to the 1D, 1F. Rent support policy from rent masters.
So it's not funny, Bobie. So what trans now who baby uncle for idea could do?
That's crazy.
Nasta na no. One policy be here on mode banya dia. Udia say we team no be a team self na say
but only me problem and so which means yeah parliament mean you be and find your now it's looking like say aban bi ba and answer one day that sorry that be na sebe mpacho enya say sebe that be na ye konya president bi a wabodam party bi enya say bi MPP na NDC any political party bet me about wabodam and would the abodam sem chere on my and the parliament
okay so mechanism be
so why are you not using the mechanism
I mean tell maybe no like any mechanism kan ka ye tie me na nya abotena tie mechanism hunu ne ye wo no tie me
parliament
tie me
okay
bibi sa ba So man panyin wobɛka say no haircut na ade bɛkye wo say haircut so what I say so man panyin say bɛka general one asɛm yebeduru ho bɛka so man panyin bɛka say men call IMF na ade bɛkye na hu abeg krase enye wo no ni nyina no ridicule the office of the presidency.
Okay.
Anka bibi a friend of impeachment. It means impeach president in the floor.
I see.
Now listen to me. So what's your process now here? You need to test majority of the members of parliament.
Okay.
Because both MPP and DC at every point in time, a very difficult. So one political party
Yeah.
Ebenya more than 2 tests in parliament. Nanu ya so kaya keno for yata dey.
Yes.
E brand ma yi nuanom MP before no kra no akase ba 85 of them akase papa ne nko no. Na yi nuanom NDC for bi di en atem say ade na wo say motena ho. E ma MP before mom e na nkasa. No mo ntia no me parliament. So look, I will tell you the truth.
Tell me.
Yes, I say yes, and I mean say we will fail anyway. We knew it. But we're doing it to prove a point. I joined it to prove a point.
Because the process
will not end anywhere. Because you're here to test. Everybody
but the point is, Marco Parliament in and out. Orajo Mama tra Parliament da. Odim say process we enkusiaga. Kufado atna order. Kufa atna order.
But the reality is also that. The reality is that.
So why can't you work on it?
Why we so? Na ulowa the threshold nso a yebenya minority bi a omoso omasem emfa kwam nti bibi kakra bi so am so me impeach the president and also that's the reality check nti wo say ni nyina mu no and also de toto ho o kai say MPP for try say ade ni bi omo recall in parliament o kai say ade
no but at least you can just work around the law, then you put parameters around it as to the kind of things we can impeach and the kind of things we cannot impeach.
I know at the end of the day Nipa nebe read meanings. The speaker would then have to interpret the law.
Read in, read out.
Exactly. Nanu ya mrebi or parliament. Say the motion. You move motion we near debate we are. Yeah, can standing orders and they say to swaba.
Okay.
On the COVID expenditure.
Okay.
Joe Wise ebetra ho. You move motion we you debate we. Speaker need rights obey willing on. But to motion he ruled on auto. So as for those things, say what you cramponas one for parameters be and to why be preventing the party from taking such an action. Oh yeah.
So no, we aren't going anywhere.
So we will do our best.
Yeah. But go where we are.
At the end of the day, Jire, we do baby. Yes, bibi wa. You here to test see a bejia tum. Name
that you know when we come together, when is car loan? What is car loan? Because it seems like NDC is then after the mechanism I say check it NDC. My worry is if we are not able to check the system one day,
so that is
it
why,
might not be MPP, it might not be NDC.
No, but that is why Ombekacha say elections have consequences. Okay, it is a war to a bar 7 predecessor for Suma. Mienu obi obeka kyerem say na onim sei na Akufo-Addo tie no so ni parliament na nya adwen.
Okay, why?
Because ni enim obi kra ba abonten be ka kye wi na abodi dia kyereme obi ba abonten be ka kyere say se de oman say Akufo-Addo say ono mpo da na ni nkata.
Kofi Kumsin
wanti
he came back apologizing.
Oh, because that's who he is. Who they share?
But Fushi MPP knew Obeka the same thing about Akufo-Addo.
Oh, let me be. Oh, what be that continue?
Gabi Beka chere say
why guy
also not with me reading books. Yeah.
And one thing reading and now if you answer yes ronko. Reading no.
Okay, but he did not talk about if you answer him.
Reading it there. Me back it the ground TV reading
Kwabena.
Kwabena.
Was it be 3 days now nada?
Kwabena.
Obey read this.
No reading here no reading here sir. But Umia economics textbook yi. Okay, we are look, I may catch now say Kwabena read my list. I'm a mona ye bu no. Any assistant in life no. 80% if you answer. 80%. And if you answer no wouldn't be. Yanton baby, no baby. I'm telling you.
Anyway, yeah, main issue. So we have COVID issues. Then you're dealing with COVID issues. COVID-19 Auditor General Report.
No, Agenda 111.
And Agenda 111.
Okay.
But Agenda 111 no 2-1 a month.
No problem. So we start from that.
Yes, place. Let's start from there because Okwa probo. I say Ghana for Busa Kwanso. Okay. Say Okwa yeah.
Kwabena Kwanso nye.
Agenda 111. So me pa to me ba what the trotro mu, what the tax mu, uba yango boat, more shops, what yankano. Now we are discussing issues about Agenda 111. Honorable Akandoh Eko Aprobo, Eko share projects nibi. It's in your own interest that we will talk about these things so that you understand that whether the Agenda 111 is on course or if it's not on course. At the end of the day, taxpayers' money. So back to you, Honorable.
Okay, so Kwabena, the TN says Kaya somewhere 2020.
Okay.
Na date be over here somewhere 26th of April 2020. And on Mampani, I catch a Ghana for you now, so we see 88 hospitals in this country.
Yes.
By the end of 2020. But just okay.
Year
2020 no, Nankukubu Kra won CB. Not a single hospital was built in this country. Nti year to abani we no 2021 and no catches would be example the 88 no or the week home we see 111 hospitals. Now okay, we see 111 hospitals no Kwabena Oko Ministry of Health yewo unity bi ho friend no capital investment unit in the hospitals kesia Ira John Dramani Mahama isisi ye nyina no. It was under the ministry and no manage. Capital Investment Unit.
Okay.
Now, Obia because a person will add on to the health infrastructure and ARDPA. Intina, say you are John Dramani, ABC, University of Ghana Medical Center, Tepa, Hospital, Dodo Wadie, Rage, Fomena, Kumawu, Sewua. Bebri, in fact, Central Region, Polyclinics, oku see a 10. So, inti, okasa we no. My catcher, my dika catcher was say, Yenu Anomono, or moon take a decision be a bra or moon benefit. The okasa we no. And no more years, Sergeant 111, I was an Minister of Health, a core presidency, Nipa no Dano, the Chief of Staff.
Yeah, my frame up.
And no create Agenda 111 secretariat, almost about 2 land cruises. Abra, your capital investment unit, our ministry, why you chomoka. The procurement process in every year be basa.
So, which means in the first place, Oma involved a capital investment unit.
No,
you became idle just sitting there.
Yes.
And normally go presidency.
Presidency. No, moko engage a private company.
Whoa.
Yes, a hot ameba. So, on name manages Adim. Now, sa private company no. As at 30th November 2015. Now, sa company no, ya register your friend no call one limited. Call ya.
As at 30th November 2015. 15, okay.
All right. Your friend call one limited. Call yeah. Call. But just one. Okay. What's the medical catches your announcement on the 26th of April? Now, call one limited in May 2020. May, I mean, yes, specific on the date 21st May 2020. And now, call one limited. Every year, Hospital Infrastructure Group Limited.
Okay, so call one limited was registered on 30th November 2015.
Now, dear no muyeni, I'm not register call one limited. Almost say trading in general goods import and export of general goods. Ko wan jim adwuma mo ka say o meye no.
Trading of general goods,
import and export of general goods. Okay. Ko wan limited.
Virtually omo adwadi for.
So ultimate ton besen, ultimate ton
no mo.
Akaw. Aha. Omo adwuma no.
Okay.
Inti omanpanyi ka sa wie on in April no 27 on the 21st of May, few weeks later. Weeks. Nya month kra. Ena ko one limited yi edware ball powder. Ebe ye Hospital Infrastructure Group Limited. No mo amendi omo object no.
That is 21st May
2020 na.
2020.
Few weeks later. No more amendi omo. My catcher said they will never take any decision on benefited from it. My way and see what engineer what tiko.
Yeah. I'm with
you. Inti omo wiye no more be amendi omo object no. Inti tie object say omo di bia beka.
Okay. Let's go.
Or say trading in general goods, import and export of general goods, project management, infrastructure development, construction, real estate development and management. They said who can judge the 111. You know, need the 111 ko send in some.
Wa bra your capital investment
unit.
I see.
The secretariat in our Tolan Cruises General Secretariat no dead them. That is on Omo managing. Ya twi omo akwaba mo information information biama. Nti there is no single hospital amokosi a wo ba parliament be approve bia.
Is it lawful?
Well, enye niema nyina especially when it enye international transaction in the parliament, that I agree. But as far as you play oversight responsibility on the health sector in this country, anything health, we play oversight. And now 2023 yeah ba budget yi. And I me catch me friend minister no health. And I me friend chairman, na me catch chairman say yen we ani mu nkosoro. Enu nti agena wan say mo me ka ho asem dia yen minority on the health will not be part of considering the budget, the health aspect yen ye. Inti ye force wonom. And mo buy into mo ba no. The team was led by the chief director of the Jubilee House.
Yeah.
Papa Nimre free di kakra.
Okay.
The chief director of the Jubilee House. No buy. Into obaye no mbe cheche nsem nyina wie ye no my documents. Na Kwabena kai say emra ye catch sort for agena 111 no. Omo ka kire ye say agena 111 no ombe wie between 12 to 18 months. Kwabena okay.
Yeah.
Very
said
good.
it.
Now, the State of the Nation address a year last year, the 2022 there. And no man say, or no, SAR statement no cast 12 to 18 months on ambitious.
Okay.
Overly ambitious.
Okay.
And you know, obe handy over before 2025. Obe kaya.
Yes.
Let me quote him.
Okay.
Or city. We have every intention of seeing this project through to a successful end, which will enable me, the president, to commission all 111 hospitals before I leave office on 7th January 2025. Okay. In fact, we internship. I'm not mobile, no. You be so I must say, Mpany from Bacho, sa document you could tell me a Ghana Priority Health Infrastructure Project, Agenda 111, Parliamentary Update. Omanpayi say obe complete ade ni nyina before 2025 obe hand over.
Yeah.
And no make catch as asema omanpayi kai no boa. Mi wi abreba ma wakasa wakan. Nyem na make.
Secretariat no.
Secretariat no.
Omon kra to mo kruchire bre mo.
Mo nkasa mo num.
Bi kura wi sesi.
Mi wi me be kai na mi wi also wakan bi nyem nkwa na menim kankan.
Enti
omo so omanpayi boa.
Okay.
No to me and complete before handing over. What kind of 111 nyina nti tie de omoka.
Okay. Page say
last page.
No.
Last page. In fact, and now free wa onko ba bia bi.
Okay.
Last page last page ni first page na hwenya ya.
Ni David.
Okay. Tie me.
Okay.
Or say an estimated amount of 300 million will be required to support this output. Nti this output no kan ho asem no. we further project that at the rate of progress, about 20% of district hospitals will be fully completed in 2024. 20%.
20% 2024.
Into 20%, no. Omo here 300 million to complete the 20% 2024. Now, to omo completion forecast. Or say 20% of hospitals could be completed in 2024, but they could in the class here. Or say 20% of hospitals could be completed in 2025.
So there is a probability there.
The next point, 30% of hospitals could be completed by 2027. 30% of hospitals could be completed after 2027. Any date, you know. In all, you hear $300 million and some partner and some that may 20%. And we need a scan. We don't have that money. And don't forget to say, you are John Mahama, the project no yeah no. You will be a very dedicated sources of funding.
Okay.
The project in himself where Vamed, where NMS, where AFDB.
So I'm gonna compare more funds at the bar. Okay.
In the Omampany Ukraine Mampany BMwa. Sa project we sika we near day year. I don't know why and sa. You need sikano. You need to be a sikano. And our catcher say, you be pushing
whether the president or Ajimamenu never mentioned.
No source of funding. No, we don't know.
Agenda 1.
No source of funding.
No source of
say,
funding.
Yeah, can't say about 111. I'm a serious person. No.
Yes, I
Please,
know.
I'm a serious person. I've done this work for a very long time.
I know you.
And nobody can come and contradict me. Wait, Michelle say more than 2 weeks. They have tried. Run.
I just want to be sure we are putting out the right information.
I'm telling you that I won't do that. My integrity is at stake. And I sit on the committee. Nobody has shown me say 111 hospitals in ABC and who's sick. Nobody. Not in this budget. Nobody. In fact, even 20% in the crowd almost bring $300 million. No. Yeah, they $400 million for cathedral. No. And no you need to. So please, I'm a serious person. Maybe I'm doing one kind. That is what it is. In some you are right to ask to push me further like this because it is very difficult to believe it. In some it is very difficult to believe it. Inti you be pussy what they have set out to do they say ombeja at the end of the day no ombeja a lot of uncompleted sites njombe chassis njombe we are completion njombe complete look market on the way they can't complete more than 4 or 5 just for the pump and pageantry at the 111 normal catchers say the rest are under various stages of completion.
Okay,
that's the strategy.
Okay,
so me catch there one. I have said it on several occasions. So in Tisanka, Yesika, the CIA, the Akosha project we so far no. Yedisika by 1.8 billion Ghana cedis the Akosha de win. And I say 1.8 billion, it makes even 5 hospitals scrap now.
Okay, so see the figures are more
1.8 billion
Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis the Akosha Mamin Chow.
Almost the source.
Okay, so I covered Sikano 600 million. I will the media review budget in the 2022 budget. I'm allocating 518 million Ghana cedis. And document here in Saka a free minute.
Okay, so the COVID money 600 million Ghana cedis, right?
Yes.
And 500 million Ghana cedis.
Yes, 518 from in the 2022 budget.
Okay.
And there's a document ministry they break COVID committee, no. And also, Omu release about 763 million Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And what the Nini Nabuma is around 1.8, 1.9 billion Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
In Sassika way, and they are sinking into this project. Because I won't say, so we need dedicated source of funding for project. And like I said, Sassika way, okay, I'm concentrating on even 3 or 4. Niye, Nianti and something. Now Ghana Fonia son paso, and Kasabi. It make sense, Anna. And can make sense. A lot of sense. And unti you can say sanity there you be call the various sites near kwakwohwe babia agenda 111 no aduru.
Yeah.
Na de niema ekohu ye ni bi ni ye call ye no ye kohu say ye disika ama for example ye Kwabena Ashanti region Obuasi East.
Okay, yeah. Kwabena, I know.
You could do hono. Your mark contractor no $1.3 million. In Ghana cedis. It's more than 20 million Ghana cedis.
Pajo, Matthias, mun checking the CDs, mummy. $1.3 million. Okay.
And they are my contractor no for a year. Obi any side. They this scanning my now the investment. Can only be on.
Obi any side meaning assassin mo koto.
E koto assassin ho. Ah, you be see a pharmacy bi ho. Omo na mo nema ho. Mo adwiri kra mo. Obehwe mo mu. Nti this is the agenda one side. Contractor bi any ha. You ko hu e wo e da pantan. 1.3
no foundation.
No. Kwabra no foundation.
Nothing like
anwea begu ho. No ba bi ekoya anwea gu ho. Ah obi anso ni side. Ba bi ti say akrofom. Wo be koni aye foundation bi ho eno so obi ani side. Just kind the ohine no ka say wansu. Ohine no. Me ko ebi do na ra ho.
Adentia.
As for just kind the ohine kan so feel say omo ye mpamu. Omo so omo ye NDC phone tin omo punish omo. That's what the chief said.
But baby omo
of course, so I'm telling you what happened at just kind.
Okay, so no what only the
go so
then go to obo ase dia come for the news.
So
okay,
into you do one. The only thing I convince me who say higher than one time because a pack. I almost signboard is zero. So just kind Kwabena kwa akrofom adeso here. Adeso. Your videos, any media men na koye. Any media guys. And koye. Any media for na koye. Into your coin na mudi achi.
Okay, so somewhere along the line, you show some of the videos.
Fantastic. No,
we have videos. So you work on it for the production.
Me catch almost say, look, they can do anything in any other sector or ministry, but not in the health. I will do my work. Nobody can stop me. Me say I go back me charge my monitor me side ready obi kwetira radio and come matter then and come quote to kwana kamata de. Because I believe in say if it must be done, it must be done well. Into me, my point is that
okay, so the $1.3 million no. Mo ya mo cross checks no. Say o ko pro bono a. Ya we companies ya o mo the contract am o no mo kasa.
Okay, so for now you need companies no enkasai because
why?
Because obekon obi ya ho.
But at least you have fair idea, you have information because the other time you mentioned one of
the companies omudi wa ha but
and you have their contacts.
No, you don't have. I don't have their contacts for now. But I don't put there. I quite before so me nya hospital has the facility contact I mean cool and then they bedroom one after the other. But the point I'm making
because
is
you see the entire business no one a be now information says cannot call companies no banen koi. You know one issue.
Okay.
A be also a call but you know maybe something different. Yet yana you did 23 million Ghana cedis come ajay say consultancy.
Oh, has so happy. Ajay or happy. David Ajay.
Oh
happy. Oh no can.
Okay, cool. Let me allow you. Let's go.
Ajay want so shaha.
Let's go.
Oh shaha. Ajay.
Let's go.
In fact, there are other architects. I must say, as at the time this project we cry man no. Not only architect in Ghana or in good standing. Oh happy. David Ajay. So, the point is that say a year no, and young core site. And a young kama will be a many problem. But say obe Ghana sika be 10 million Ghana cedis, 15 million Ghana cedis. Na obi in call site for 1 year. We refuse about me catch say yen hospital na inflate figures no na or no bet me the 1.5 million at the same hospital.
Yes.
But urefi.
Yes.
And then 1.3 million, 1.4, 1.5 the mobilization. And do you understand mobilization 10%. Or no, they not say bet me the same hospital 1.5 no and then no mobilization. I chemo obi kra no wadi ni kwa. Na me hu ekwanya and before bet me abe hu bibia gu yani so na ba omi atumi abe candidate na waka say na Ghana ni bia in the right frame of mind ajiedie. With all respect to the vice president me hu because on one can start discrediting one to the sense that there's no word beyond on discrediting no. So as for I one day Bobie you betu one among
so $1.3 million it's around 15 million let's say roughly 16 million Ghana.
Exactly. I will nipa back ho. Ebi so $1.4 million. sorry ni nyina no akodi nkofo ho a yenya hu ye nti ebe full in fact la nti wo ye omanpanyinfo na sabi adwe papa wo tirimu a ade na obejai ai la obejai sama a won ye ho hwe la the last time ko na nkuruma na yadua wo ho la general hospital
ba sa omato
dai jaja la fo eti omato dai asala kan hwe anu yi hwe anu kasa yi la fo eti omato dai then omato.
Okay, so when was the last time I call?
Me call her before recess, let's say around November thereabout,
which is within 3 months.
The last time other media houses call, invite how can be alcohol. Hey, I'm taking charge of other facilities. You are John Dramani, Mama Jamom.
Yeah,
it be a 50% complete, 60% complete, 80% complete. 6 to 7 years down the lane, still a 6 to 7 years down the lane, is a hospital. Say we are money Kumawu. For me, that was 80% complete when we handed over. Intinya dream pabi no de be and at least ye be okay de be to ye no ye nhwe say be wie ni na yensi bi nka ho obaye de also was sama la general hospital na ho de na hospital po ho dada na bubu no.
I see.
Na unim in their 2016 manifesto page 34 bullet point G as we catch again for say we will upgrade all district hospitals and build one where there is none. In at least every district be a hospital. At the end of that 4 years, one single hospital come on to me and see. So, inti Bobie, as for general one day, in some degree, home.
Mame koye eye videos no bi ho adwuma at least amanfo benya fair idea baby a wokoye ensase ni because me say videos no bi wo a mujigina ensase ni bi so
that's fine.
Okay, so hit but Pakwasi
so if I want to read verbatim from their own document that was submitted to our committee, which document is titled Ghana Agenda 111 Ghana Priority Health Infrastructure Projects. So if you check the document, on the last page of the document, this is how it reads. Projections for 2023 to 2024. After 12 months, the project has attained about 15% progress in spite of the various challenges. As contractors gain momentum, we project a modest achievement of 25%, bringing Agenda 111 to a total of 40% completion of civil works. Then an estimated amount of 300 million will be required to support the output. Listen to this point carefully. It says, we further project that at the rate of progress, about 20% of district hospitals will be fully completed in 2024. 20%. This is their own English. Okay. Completion forecast. 20% of hospitals could be completed in 2024. Could. 20% of hospitals could be completed in 2025 when His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo is no more the President of the Republic of Ghana. So if I want to read verbatim from their own document that was submitted to our committee, which document is titled Ghana Agenda 111 Ghana Priority Health Infrastructure Projects.
We are from from 2020, 2021, 2023. The Omayana, they were
I know much. I mean, other journalists were there, TV3, everybody, Class 4, everybody, they were there.
They were watching.
I know who, $1.3 million US.
Wow. Okay, so get me another one, quick one. I'm on Abonye Juma.
We are at Upper West Akim and there so, and as far as our records are concerned, about $1.3 million US has been paid to the contractor, and the contractors are Imperial Homes, Tariffs Limited, Grand Unique Company Limited, paid to the contractor, and it is reported here that the contractor came to site around 31st January 2022. So it was our expectation that by the time we get here, much progress would have been made. But unfortunately, what we see here is not the case. Again, just like what the president said, that we're going to complete this project in 18 months. Later, he shifted the position to before 2024, and per their own records, it indicates that there is no way that this project can be completed before 2024. So I think that we must know the truth, we must know the real status of work of all these sites, so that we are clear in our mind. If some responsibilities are shifted to future government, we will not blame anybody, but we will know the real position as at this time. See, we are at Upper West Akim and Eso, and as far as our records are concerned, about $1.3 million has been paid to the contractor, and the contractors are Imperial Homes, Tariffs Limited, Grand Unique Company Limited. So such an
amount. Now, as to whether it's can warm one or say no more, yeah, another issue to establish.
I mean, you have done my attention to another angle.
Yes, because this government, the reason why
they can do anything and everything.
Because
I agree with you.
Over here, next can companies no. So me, sika me di me wanna say, me this honorable Akandoh say, oh, this company, your man $1.so million, but practically I don't have the money with me. I'll be sad. So I think,
in fact, the truth of the matter is that it is the reason why we started this tour. The feedback we say, governors cannot match the contractors in this site.
You see,
that's the feedback we had. At this point, you must find out whether it can indeed. Because
the point is,
oh my God, but that would be a disaster, eh?
No, but me can say you cross him. Hey, it can be says Kadun Kodi or more ensem. Says Kadun Kodi ni parensem dia obede akwa because when you be out there conside. And I don't think say any contractor in his right senses person what nefi contractor be a person CV so yes efe. So they want to go to site and work.
Bobie, we are in deep trouble. We are in deep trouble. They are thinking. And you want
to tell me, say, because on social media, who saw the baby to agenda 1.
Okay, so there could be, maybe show one or two sites be a abekono na adwuma ekoso. But my catch on strategy, my catch that. So there's not going to be anything like agenda 111 by 2024. What they are trying to do, say no moye debiano. Getting to elections, no. Ombe try say ombe be baku mienu miensa and nine be no more commission. Into omo commissioner ne ato nyom agena 111 ne ade a mbe omo de omakoye excavation no makoka check up no mo ho ne say monto aba ne mai mo si ahye mo hospital aso ha. Ndi moto mai wi a ye ba beto asama mo. That's a strategy. That is a strategy. Scientists if there are no dedicated sources of funding, so who could be 1.9 billion Ghana cedis. Okay, bit messy Macomako say, bit messy Macomako 4. Yam 4. You go to a 4 now, near Pesca for the wedding. You be the next 10.
All right, so Ernest Taifa says, Hon.Kwabena, Honorable Mintah Akandoh is obviously heavily spewing lies. He talks without evidence. At least Ghanaians know that the MPP government, that is in reference to the MPP 1, MPP 2, formulated and implemented NHIS, maternal health care, and Agenda 111 projects are going on. And it's sad. The man is in your studio spewing lies. Ernest Taifa.
One video, maybe. And the message we buy
Ansah. I think so.
Let's forgive him. Mr. But you batch the whole
anyway, but so issues are about Agenda 111. Issues about healthcare.
Okay.
Minimum Kasa says and we are trying to deal with COVID-19.
Yes,
Auditor General's report.
Yes.
And I heard say and party Kubata and Casino a press conference. And I know say but quick one on this COVID-19 Auditor General report. What is
okay, so COVID-19. Yeah, na tell be a press for no name din komo na monkomo dia ya. And your Auditor General the share say obey COVID ho hwe o. And can't tell no so me an matranse na. No. It's a minority. And you pushy ade no. You pushing in the media on the floor of the open Google Akandoh on COVID expenditure. We have more than 20 articles. Let your producers do it for you. Na ken kan. Inti your name be brave or why am running. For example, okay say the country director for World Bank, I catch Ghana for say, my $903 million US. Okay. In the Auditor General's report, over sources of funding now from the World Bank, a year 430 million Ghana away. The Auditor General, you man at the tip of the iceberg. Tip.
Really?
Yes. Look, check the source of funding in the 2021.
$903 million.
Yes.
400 just
30.
came in.
430 million. And no my account for it.
Yeah, can you?
Now, open the sources of funding. So, sources of funding in the 2021 media review budget. Germany for every 40 million euros. Korea for every 30 million, $60 million. And that grant room. Check the source of funding from the Auditor General's report in the whole Sami new away. Hwɛ my mema wade bi ma hu sɛ wo guest for na hyase eba hwɛ ɔno ankasa Auditor General's report no ankasa a ɔno ankasa ba no hwɛ table 1 so hwɛ table 1 a ɔhu ɔse budget support ɔno wa indicate wɔ ha no wode bomu a woka ne nyinaa bomu a wɔyɛ class 1 konta obi ma be 16.5 billion Ghana cedis okay uko page 30 paragraph 31 page 11 a tie de ɔka no
tell me
ɔse out of the 21.8 billion mobilized, about 11.7 was spent on COVID activities. Meanwhile, I was say 21 million or 21 point something billion.
Yeah.
And also why you saying why you 11 on COVID activities? Why you say 11 on COVID activities? There. That's why you bear 10 for budget support.
Yes.
But me bwana. On one case the table no chese why you 16 on budget support. But any
Enti Beye 6
ayra you let's not be too quick. And for me, in my humble opinion, the parliamentary the parliamentary select committee on finance and health on the 7th of February, a public hearing. The finance minister will appear first person.
7th February.
Yes.
On one beba.
Oh man, no, I don't. You'll be anybody.
But Mami Musa, this issue about young Free Minister Omra, your results that Okruma.
Oh,
can of attack a call a parliament or Bamuanim. He talks and walk away as if nothing is happening. Then at the end of the day, it is clear that but that is what we have been facing all this while.
In the minority from there. At least remember who the Ecoso. A yes, since I will name the Ecoso, no be about pretend to say or a Messiah. The attorney say. My culture say, the worst case scenario they say you be censorship motion. And the worst case, even in our constitution, censorship motion the crown pono. I was say President Nekwe say independent in the censorship motion. So
yeah.
Inti see the now president no. Uko other countries are more medical is Kenya na akra ma yi omodi. So that's also when you dia. And no again the consequences of elections. So into there where Kwabena unim say you tria $120 million US. I said the quarter vaccines. As at the time the quarter vaccines no. I did quarter vaccines no. Now there were 5 million doses of COVID vaccines were Ghana ha e be expire kwa. E be say kwa 5 million doses.
Beyond the egu nyama na egu noguchi almost say yemfa nyahwe.
Aye.
Nen robe 5 million Ghana cedis gu baby a
kwa. And so you 120 million said Ikwakotobi. Unim say this country every constituency be our ambulance. So unim.
Yes.
You say you cover Sika said the ambulances. You could try more than $600,000. I was saying supply in January 2022. Up to now, ambulance tie crime do Ghana.
Why?
You call public here on my country. The intra. I'm only raising these questions and these issues.
I think citizen show. Mobile fan live.
Hey, Obia.
So you bet me.
Yeah, also for crime media about. Obia.
On the 7th.
On the 7th, Obia.
That is a week today.
Oh, probably to have a show you.
That will be nice.
Oh,
that will be fine. I'll be
except
there.
that to me interrupt
with the proceedings. No problem. No problem.
It's open to public.
No problem. Honorable.
Yes, sir.
That's agenda 111. So that Ben I was call back to Matekasa. All right, thank you so much. But still, no. But Amafo Kasa said the constitution must be amended because at the end of the we can watch it like this. Thank you so much, Honorable. Thank you so much. My producers, all right, so thank you so much. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Wednesday afternoon, and that's how we do it. Yeah, affiliate stations. Yeah, that's what you say. Yeah, affiliate stations. Yeah, Pimpa, yeah, Pimco. Yeah, you say. All right, so that's it. A quick comment from a very good friend, says Commander. Do you know that there is a 100-bed hospital inside Medina on the same premises of Kekele Clinic? That hospital was one of the JM's hospital projects. It was about 80% completion before NDC left power in 2016 till now. That hospital is there without completion. It took the help of the current Medina MP who has given this facility a facelift before it's been used. Okay, so now the story is not different from the Agenda 111 projects. The chiefs in Damfa and Otinibi has allocated land for this government to build one of the Agenda 111 projects in Medina Bobie. Now, not even a single block can be found on the land. All right, so this one is coming from let me check. Anyway, so thank you so much, Alaji. Thank you so much. I am blessed. Thank you. All right, so now another tester says Bobie de Kwabena. Let me leave this one because me identify exactly as some croppers welcome. Live in the studio again, Wahase Mene, Honorable Emmanuel Wilson Jr., anti-corruption consultant and chief crusader for Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana is here in the house. And then you call procurement office. And someone cost and many can say no. Okay, so Kwame Tutukpene says keep the good work, bro. We are behind you, full vim. Mauli says the notifications are on now. Thank you. He says citizen show in the afternoon. Wow, okay, so Latele Lai says good afternoon, Commander. Thank you. And then we have Maria Adam touching on the constitution issues. Now, Mame Emra Mame Remo on YouTube. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. What type here YouTube with me and Yamo say both this is Akandoh. You know MPP well. From Palma, someone says you guys are doing a fantastic job. Stephen Obo Ampa says if Mama do not jail them, then he should consider himself as a dead goat indeed. Joseph Molinka says concerning the renting issue, Jacob Black says MPP never again to lead Ghana. And you have been Zabuadu. I'm very happy. The show is now aired in the afternoon. Then we have Nascimento on Facebook says I did live. Okay, thank you. Other testers send more messages, but make I will say Ora Wilson Ababa Ora Efiase and many can say Wilson there were almost about 400 different kinds of contracts from a year procurement officers. I mean, it has to do with procurement breaches.
Yeah.
Okay. So and 400 in case there be about which means he made me cover the whole year. But it's not like we are touching the story for touching sake. Yes, story no ejuma. Koku Santiago. Facha me, Chale. Facha me. Also, na me first day international is so bring me kakrebisa. Don't worry. So, and you see a touch on the story and leaving it. You touch on the story and you're dealing with the nitty-gritties of the story. So now we are going to do exposés. From the procurement. We have about 400. Mianka Sanome or a year at the end. Look, my main fan a year producers almost said them a year Juma. Amount for supply me with documents. And I'm telling you, we are not coming here just to talk and walk away. No. But we need to let people know the rot in the system, so that many of you be the reason why I say sorry. What do you say? The rot in the system. Now we are talking. We agenda 111. Wutie and some honorable Akandoh. I can't say a it tells you that look, say I'm sorry, Obi. Oh, in the name of policy, okay. So your says, Commander, please don't leave Kumasi out. Okay. We are still working on it. William Tete says, Commander, watching you live from Tafunshire, so in Kumasi for Moshe on Facebook. Thank you. Richard Aqua says, well, it's about time we the citizens should arise. Yes, you should arise. Because looking at the situation, where you are just the issue with Agenda 111, we are now coming to deal with issues with a procurement department, the kind of things going on, and Wilson is in the house. Onia Akwaba.
Yeah.
I've
been converting.
And I think it's 2023, and then on Thursday, your maiden appearance on a radio, whether radio, TV, and even on social media. Yes, you're right, but this is your first time. Or they appear on radio.
In fact, my minchia etiefo nyina. Producers. Na me congratulate you for your relaunching of Accra.
Oh, thank you.
You can say more program.
Yeah, Citizen Show.
Indeed, even in the 90s in Accra, the kind of impact it was making.
Yeah.
I am of no doubt, sir. Moving it to the early hours of the day, afternoon. I am very clear that the impact will be more than as it was before. Now, Yempo, I have always said, you are, if not the main, you are one of the pillars, more established afternoon political talk shows in this country. No one can take that from you. And I remember very well when we started in Accra here. That was Ken Addy.
Yeah, Ken Addy.
Ken Addy was the one who initiated it. And I started with Ken Addy. I was one of the very first in Crawford, Ken Addy near Shasi. And then you took over And truly, when you took over, I was a little committed to Canadian style. Intina was style, and I mean, very difficult to adjust myself to. You know, it was really difficult. Make I pass a few times. I was telling some of our friends like Kofi Adams and then Wow Nipa John Buitwe. Yes, yeah, I told them this new guy. Speed on credit, Mintah. But truthfully, anytime there's a need for a change, you know, there should be some level of radicalism. And that is what you brought. Oh, you brought a change into the afternoon show. And you needed the certain kind of radicality that we haven't seen before. And you brought it so perfectly. Perfectly. And it hasn't gone. Truly, it hasn't gone. And I'm very happy, sir, we've come. And again, I'm happy, sir, I am part of the founders or the initiators of Citizen Show, afternoon show. You know, many Akandoh, the first group of we say about. So it's also a privilege. And it coincides with the fact, say, 2023, this is also my first appearance. Whether media or social media. Yes, social media, I write. But I will say, till today, and until this very moment, my writings on social media, this 2023, you know, has nothing to do with my core corruption issues. It has to do with any other thing, but not social things. In terms of what I do as an anti-corruption consultant and then chief crusader, no, this is my first coming into the scene in this one. So thank you so much.
That's me brace also wababa bejaye and then I know edwadaye hu and I mean obi kan sana say nua for to be honest Monday ni nipa na ma fe omo pa Alhaji Bature, the late Bature, the late Baby Ansah, the late Kaba.
That's right.
I mean, these were friends, core members. You know, those days, and it's sad.
It's very sad.
It's sad though. Okay, so and then the crowd, me pacho, baby, I move no BNB na some. If say I see a contacts, we will do contacts. But let my main guy will say my community. You best switch in your area. There are serious issues going on there, and you best switch it when we are done with Honorable Wilson. You best switch in your so and then that table so.
In fact, can't corruption issues. But your focus will be on public procurement authority. Na Ansah no mami tinema ba ku mienu bi mfi ho no. This past I think last week ya na beto ja say corruption perception index about betoja na ebetoja say them kind na obi a atweme I should make a comment on it, but because now we have a schedule say I will only come on air today. I mean after today no. Until now I was committed to keep quiet on it, but the truth is the perception index ebetoja na Ghana your position 43 in Africa and then 72 across the whole world. International say all line the African countries say Ghana, I mean your Africa. Then you see say the last 2021 your position it was the same 43. Last year it was the same 43.
This year
say this year by the end of the year November into the beto last year
2021 2022 the man was
say we haven't changed nothing. And you know, a very sad and very very hurtful, because what it indicates is say you fighting corruption, anything to fight or to improve our state as far as the fight against corruption is concerned. And I'm not really surprised, because we have said it over and over and over and over. I said, look, one key thing that has to do with fighting corruption is the commitment that must be exhibited by the leaders. You can leaders are key among the president of any given day. And until the president of the day is supposed to show some aura and some level of commitment in the fight against corruption. But the very moment our president be fairly say, and now Obe convince and say he's not committed to it, and the followers they will also engage in it.
Yeah.
One key thing that made me realize right after the swearing in.
And they discussion the crowd about
exactly.
Okay.
Maybe build the bahonomo. Maybe build the bahonomo. Maybe build the bahonomo. One key thing that to say you know you say when the current government was sworn in, or how do you call it? Or the appointments my first comment was that we have lost the fight against corruption in this country. And it is very simple. See, corruption, one example of corruption I have always said, nepotism. Now, if nepotism is an example of corruption, now you have a president and a leader or catcher say he's in to fight corruption. Now, right from the first major decision or make here, which has to do with appointments or is a act of corruption in the form of nepotism. It means on one case he has soiled his hand. And if you have soiled your hands, it becomes difficult for you to tell your followers and now your appointees and say move away from corruption. Because the foundation for building your government Nankasana, it is a foundation built on corruption. And that is one thing who say, look, the fight against corruption, we've lost it. And that's why we are not surprised. 2021 position Aniekita, 2022, there hasn't been any improvement. It is the same position. But you see, again, we have said, some person fighting corruption, one key thing you have to talk about, and may kind know because only Minya Akandoh area, no more can be about the constitution.
Yeah.
One key thing you need to look for in this country, a 1992 constitution. So, all fighting corruption in any jurisdiction, now centralize power, it becomes difficult to fight corruption. Corruption breeds in a centralized government. It is a decentralized government. It becomes difficult to engage in corruption because fighter there are checks and balances. It becomes very difficult. Your 92 constitution is the fundamental cause of corruption breeding in this country. Because the constitution...
I want a problem in FIBA.
Because constitution, especially we share the chapter that deals with the executive power is given to the president. It centralizes power. The very moment I'll be a president, you have the power to do almost everything in this country. And no happy. And you see, say Empo Parliament, it is some checks on the executive. The majority of any given day, more parliament, almost just catch the eye of the president, and more positions, no more ministers and deputies. And it is a president, an executive, they find it difficult to oppose it. Minority of any given day, almost catch yourself, Charlie being in opposition is difficult. And instead, we find a way of raising money to take off my constituents. And they will also be forced to start playing game with either the majority or the government of the day. And even the parliament, it is almost serving as a check on the executive, because of the powers vested in the executive. Even the parliament is true, some will be scrutinizing the executive because the executive has all the powers. Exactly. You understand? Exactly. Till say you dream because you say it is say you focus on the constitution. Now you review we'll be moving in cycles and we'll never go anywhere. Bobie then said, under His Excellency, the late Atta Mills, we committed an amount of $6.3 million. $6.3 million.
Constitutional review.
At the year constitutional review. Obia otie yen bi on funny calculator na o de yen funny say minim say ene say the dollar rate is between 12 and 13. But the funny say 10 cra. Just multiply that by 6.6.
That time I think we were doing around 3.5 or exactly. Let's say approximately 4.
Just multiply by $6.3 million. And you will see, say, that amount of money. Say, employee ni say, review aye koye yanko si baby and kasasi kano. You could see school be baby crank be benefit obi by now. That money has gone to waste, and no one is talking about it. No one. Not the government of the day, not parliament, not citizens. No one is talking about it. $6.3 million. It has gone to waste. And you see, Pamno. So you say fighting corruption in this country. The first thing is for us to go into the constitutional review. Let's go back to Ejuma Omoye. Nienshe omo working, nienshe how I be implementing. Okay. Now having said that, the government of the day, Nepal, how do you call it? Ne manifesto. And manifesto is actually what we call a a document, a creative social agreement between citizens and then omo pepa.
Yeah.
Until largely yempo, most citizens are influenced in terms of voting by manifestos of the various political parties. In Kwabena say, Pina to Obama this government because in the government manifesto they were talking about free SHS.
Okay.
In natural.
Okay.
And there are so many reasons why people vote, but mostly it is based on the information manifesto. And that is what we use as a check.
Yeah.
Some person find it out, say abayi or ya idea and onya idea. Just go back to the manifesto and look at the promises. Understand it. So yeah, idea and so idea. Look, the first time at Owini year 2016, right? That was when he won. Manifesto edeni ba pa. Oshemwa, your study manifesto no. Now it had 7 different policies in fighting corruption. 7 different policies.
Yeah.
The next
so yeah, back
maybe 2020, Owini year no. The manifesto edeni ba 2020 because it was a continuum no. The old manifesto, Niama when we know, or the Nina new manifesto, no, and not signed the become. Into 2016 manifesto of His Excellency Akufo-Addo. Now for 2020 manifesto of His Excellency Akufo-Addo, who studied the 2 manifestos in he had in it clearly 10 different policies in fighting corruption. 10 policies in fighting corruption. I've identified them here. We'll go through it. And the last one is what will dovetail into the procurement. Then we look at what is happening at the procurement there.
Okay.
The kind. Or say there's going to be a passage of a fiscal responsibility law to bring comprehensive accountability, transparency, and stability to the budget process. This, he said, there was going to be a law.
Yeah, 2016.
2016.
Why now?
As it stands now, Crusaders Against Corruption, your check and say no bill has been brought before Parliament for any consideration.
So now
right from 2016.
So no
onye.
So no abua.
I know the onye.
I don't know. No, hold on. So now Akufo-Addo boa.
No, okasi obua.
As a penny intro.
They be okasi obua. I mean, shed anti as papa. Eye okasi obeye.
No, but okay, 2016.
Okay, 2020. Basically, it hasn't happened.
So the one is lying.
If it hasn't happened, he has failed. Other than lying.
Okay.
I would rather use the word failed because our promises said they'll be in but he hasn't done it. It will fail. There to be also Obe amended the Public Financial Management Act 2016 at 921 to 1 establish a fiscal council. To say say there hasn't been any bill in Parliament right from 2016 BCN. 2 to establish a fiscal stability council. Again, there hasn't been any bill in Parliament.
Wow.
To enhance revenue management. That one is ongoing. To ensure effective debt management. It is ongoing. To strengthen expenditure management. It is the worst. And it will me buttress with what is happening at Procurement Authority. The third policy, anti-corruption policy in the MPP manifesto 2016-2020. Basically, he's going to enforce and operationalize the PFMA. That's the Produce a Fiscal Strategic Document or Management Act. That is what it means. Today, as we speak, nothing of that sort has taken place as far as Finance Ministry is concerned. Revenue mobilization. That's one to what is happening with the revenue mobilization. Yeah. Then he talks about promotion of accountability and effective democracy through local governance. This policy under it, Anna Oka say there's going to be an election of MMDCs. Look, if you look at the manifesto, it says that to oversee the elections of MMDCs in 2 years of coming into office, and this was 2016.
2016, yeah.
Oba office. Do you know what he did? What he did was to rather force on our truth. Say he wants the elections of MMDCs to be on a partisan line. Knowing very well that people will oppose it. Nobody has opposed the election of MMDCs into office.
But the process.
Enti Obayan, when in his original manifesto, what he told us was that the process is that we are going to vote MMDCs. Oba Power no say no. I must ensure say I am still in charge of everything. And on a partisan line. Knowing say people will oppose it. And then he will have an excuse say, oh, make I say in Kameye. But because he's misleading the public, people are not realizing say in the original manifesto, he never mentioned partisan election of MMDCs. what he said was that there's going to be an election of MMDCs. In 2 years. So in other words, by 2018, he should have done this. We are in 2023. Nothing has been done to that. Another clear way of misleading. The 6th one is going to abolish the existing practice of central government manipulation of DACF through the procurement process. He's going to put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker. The first one is to establish the establishment of the Office of Special Prosecutor, which he has done. He has established that.
But there are loopholes.
The question is, you see, it is one thing to establish and another thing to empower.
Or make it effective.
I have said, the Special Prosecutor's Office, CDT, and Mekaye, Kra Ansah na my senior brother, my uncle, my father, also came to say the same thing. Meka say, this office is a white elephant. Enkosi bebia. Anche, anamia, me papa, me wofa, mi bibia, Martin Namidu. And also Beka the same thing about the office. Odifi Hodmo. Today, as we speak, look at the young gentleman, Omodeno Ejabin. The struggle he's going through. And I have said, look, if he has integrity a little, like the way, how do you call it? Martin has. Because look, those of us who fight corruption.
I think Ajabin here, Juma.
Those of us who
fight. And Ibiasa, but hey, he's doing his best.
It's not about doing your best. You see, that's what I keep saying. Say, Ghanaians, one attitude fast, they are celebrating mediocrity. Too much. What is he supposed to do? He's supposed to fight corruption. Meboa. Let's use a yardstick. 2021, what was our ranking? 43. 2022, what was our ranking? 43.
The man was.
And how do you measure him and say he's doing his best? Are you getting what I'm saying? How do you measure him and say he's doing his best based on what? The results should show. You buy here now, you better say, look, 2021, now your position is 43.
About time base. About last year, right?
Last 2 years.
Last 2 years?
Yes.
Last 2 years?
Last 2 years, no bad.
Oh, okay.
Last 2 years, no
okay.
bad. So he has no excuse.
Okay.
I get it. And apart from that, Krano, administration is a continuum. And it doesn't even matter whether you came today or tomorrow. What you came to meet, you continue from there. And it's about when was the office established? What has the office done so far? Nothing. Literally nothing.
Okay.
Then we move on to the other one. To put in place anti-measures. Okay, so this one interesting one. To put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker. So what they intend doing is that to resource NCC to undertake public education on the negative effect of corruption. The from 2016 BCN. What have you heard about NCC doing anything about corruption?
Oh, NCC is gone. It's gone.
So they have actually failed when it comes to this promise. Last but two. To put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker. So what they are going to do is to adequately resource state institutions to hold government accountable. Shraj, Auditor General, Iyoko, Special Prosecutor.
They can argue their way out. Some provide. I mean, and for them.
As for arguing your way out, one thing I have learned, me say ene ye piefi ha na nyame nchade ikoshia obunsam ye bi so obunsam
nyame yeden
ense nye
nyame nchade a nyame nchade nkoshi obunsam say
and as obunsam there or you very scarce. How do you meet obunsam? To ukoshia na a privilege the same way ukoshia
onkoshia no you say onkoshia no Mimi shia do kura bi hu me ho ano no ma shia koshia
okay yen shia no but so koshia obunsa see shia obunsa mo baby na e bi san say papa now where you then ana call rebel or heaven and you told back from he can argue his way out one year you'll be convinced. Okay. So as for argument there, anyone has a reason for doing something. You understand? But the bottom line is, what is the result we are looking for? The very last one.
Yeah.
The NPP government will ensure the strict enforcement of the Public Procurement Act 2003, Act 663. strict enforcement. How are they going to do that? There's going to be value for money audit units. Value for money. Underline that. Audit unit. The PPA, is going to reform to minimize sole sourcing. To minimize sole sourcing and have value for money. These are the things they said they are going to do. One key reason why it is very difficult for the government you're finding in this economic crisis. The way and manner you wasting public resources.
Okay, so let's hit quick so that Amafo being a fair idea of this issue on the ground. Then we can do, because the main meat is about what is happening at the procurement authority.
The procurement authority.
Okay.
Nema mienu.
Okay.
And it happen with them.
Okay.
First one is where they reduce procurement to sole sourcing. And that is the reason why I read the last thing I read, because the government promised us they were going to ensure sole sourcing, because over the past period, sole sourcing is one thing buying a use. Exactly. Until they decided that's what they are going to do, to strengthen and make sure sole sourcing pass it through the right process. But two things are happening there, and just like you said, we have in our custody a little over 450 different contracts. And now pass it through sole sourcing. 450 different contracts. 450, a little over it. So just approximately 450 contracts. Government in Yuma contract. And now pass it through sole
different
sourcing. Companies. Different ministries. A pass it through sole sourcing. And this one is from
400.
2000, from January 2018 to date. 450, a little over 50 contracts are awarded.
Okay, so
now one is the abuse of the sole sourcing process, and then two is the fact that some or almost nina were inflated figures.
450 now.
Nina. And so today I'll just go through just two.
Two contracts.
Just two pay.
Two. Okay. So first one, just give me a background.
So this one
is
from ministry.
Me producers no bet me then they put the document.
In fact, fi ordinary cause they okay, maybe two na me bebo so han me the memo copies.
Okay.
But fi ordinary call every day anope bia obeko Crusaders Facebook page. Obehu one contract. Every day obehu bako. Until you can download it there and you can have it today.
Let's work on it.
Good. This one is from Ministry of Food and Agric.
President Akoto say.
Maybe him as honorable doctor. Always free.
Akoto free every.
Meaning President Akoto Bia will be here.
Akoto free. Okay, so let's go.
This is to build Bui and Pualugu irrigation projects. Request for approval for single source procurement. Me read through the whole document. It also.
At least we need to have an idea which company, the date, how they got the contract, how much involved the contract, and all that.
So this was a letter that was submitted to PPA on the 22nd of March 2019.
2019. By
by Honorable Dr. Owusu Yakutu, the minister, on Wankasa.
Okay.
And it was submitted on the 22nd of March 2019.
Okay.
To the Chief Executive Public Procurement Authority.
Okay.
Accra. And the heading is Bui and Pualugu Irrigation Projects. Request for approval for single source procurement. And they wanted to single source and they needed approval. And in this, they wanted to develop the Bui and then the Pualugu irrigation projects.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know the state of it now. And I think, say, we may want to do a visit to that places and see what has happened over there. But in it, what they were requesting for was an amount, and they have actually mentioned a company that they wanted to sole source to in this. The company here, Messieurs China Power International Group. For this work, the amount they requested for approval to spend on this project is $997.1 million. $997.1 million. In fact, the specific amount is 997.111.220. Into approximately $997.1 million.
So company a Chinese company.
Chinese company. China Power International
and the contract
Group.
No under sole sourcing.
Sole sourcing.
Sana say.
Well, so that is where the issue comes in. And yes, I need to say, the amazing part of it is that OSHA documents here, PPA writes to, how do you call it? Writes to the ministry. And two things comes out that are catching my attention. First, according to PPA itself, it indicates, say, the amount, the amount has been inflated by 5%.
Okay.
Your calculation to get the 5%.
Sa contract we. It's about Bui any
Pualugu. Yes.
Irrigational project. Okay. Then the contract a Chinese
China Power International Group.
Okay.
In fact,
under
yes.
sole sourcing.
Sole sourcing.
The amount involved is over $900 million.
$997.1 million.
$million. Now, then later it was found out say I inflate sa project which is in 2017 or 18.
So this was the document is 2019.
2019. Now inflating say
by 5%. Year calculation.
5% of 900 million.
5% of 997.1 million. $49.85 million.
$48 million. $49 million. What do you find? $49 million. And ababeto sa project.
And what is worrying, Bobie, for me?
So I find that you who say $49 million and ababeto.
Oh no. Public procurement has its way of doing a calculation. And that's what I'm saying. The worrying part for me is that public procurement itself, in the letter, states to the minister, say this has been inflated from our checks. Your board, you can say analysis I make here.
Where is the letter?
It has been.
Where's
the letter?
Okay, so which portion?
So it says.
Which portion?
Before I read that one, the next one we should know is say even with the 5% increment, public procurement still went ahead and approved the original amount. And rather told them, say, so Ministry of, so after, by this approval, so we have done the approval under Section 42 of Act 663 as amended. You are required to cause a public notice to be published in a newspaper of wide circulation for public comment within 7 days from date of publication. MOFA is however,
Ministry of Finance,
is it no Food and Agri?
Food and Agriculture, sorry.
MOFA, Ministry of Food and Agri, is however to note that our analysis suggests that this amount has been inflated by 5%. And it leaves it there. And yet it has approved the original amount,
I'm a China for no.
I said they approve it to the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Food and Agri. So Ministry of Food and Agri is the one seeking the approval. Omo contracted Chinese company and so they come with the figure.
This is serious.
Public procurement says that I have approved it for you. Notwithstanding, just note Say the figure I have approved for you, no. There's a 5%, how do you call it? Increment. Inflation. You've inflated it by 5%.
So document we crowd no. In this same document, no approve it.
Yes.
In this same document,
they bring to the attention of the ministry
that contract of almost 900 and something
approve
$1 million no.
Yeah, assessment no. You who say we inflating no by 5%, which is $49.8 million, not cedis. The second one, which is so worrying, you are required to ensure that the supplier is registered on PPA supplier database. In other words, as at the time you approval, the supplier was not on the PPA database. And we share the Procurement Act, any procurement administration.
Listen,
you must be.
Listen, as well No. I see. Say what you are holding documents, all right?
Oh, mercy, Ghana.
Me problem is say. So PPA ekatre akoto free.
Yes.
Say akoto pualugu any bui
project.
Irrigational project no.
Yes.
Money in China for in the first place we can see their name.
Your database.
Your database as a registered company.
Exactly.
You know so.
Yeah.
You know so.
Yes.
So which means at the time the PPA and I say MOFA the almost a letter call a PPA.
Yeah.
That PPA should work on that company.
Yeah.
And I approve them. No. Now, registered.
Exactly. They are not. You are required to ensure that the supplier is registered on PPA supply database prior to your engagement with him. Which means that as at this time, approval. No. Now it hasn't been, they haven't been registered in the PPA database.
But what check is Mofa for a 3 years kebisa ama company no.
Oh, but why you are you not in this country and they keep talking about the Pualugu and Bui project now? It is this same company that is on it now. If they are not being paid, but say I don't think they will still be on site working. Would they? They wouldn't be on site working. They are there working. And to say, as for whether the whole, of course, whether Sikani na Yutia na Yuntia, that is not even my interest because it has been approved. Until the minister can decide, say, make you 1 CDN or China make you 2 CDs or China Chinti contractor na ni Kasobega Sibia, Yutia just half of the $977 million. It be a half penny Yutia. Awaiting he completing the project and then he'll be giving the rest.
So, which means anytime the government will mention the Pualugu Bui irrigational project, we should know that Ghana is losing $49 million.
That's what it means.
$49.855 million. Hey.
Good. That is Ghana.
Hey.
That is Ghana.
That
is Ghana. The Okosu of Ghana, no.
Anytime we will mention the Bui Pualugu irrigational project, Ghana is losing $49.8 million. Where is the money going? No,
that's the question.
Where is the money going?
That is the question. Into the other thing,
but have you checked from the MOFA? You have the document.
I have the document.
You are dealing with corruption.
Yes.
Have you checked from MOFA
whether
say yes? PPA prompting was way. Though almost they have a liability. Because going ahead to approve it,
you see,
but what we say,
Bobie, human institution, Biano, every human being, a selfish being. What we need are checks and balances, and that is why Ghana established a PPA. The intention is to check our procurement. Ghana's number one problem when it comes to mismanagement of Ghana's funds, public funds, a public procurement. In your way, you're only 3 cities. Community be non cast or procurement of this water. Or because of cotton 10 cities. And because of cotton 8 cities. And so because of this, Aban decided say we should establish an authority, and that authority should make sure say we are checking these individuals. Question on me bisane say then and a PPA was able to approve an amount of money when PPA itself says the amount has been inflated by 5%. Then a PPA it to me approve a project when two PPA and Kasa as at the time all your approval or shiny database no this company was not there. Is it not the same party and our government? And I can say Yababe making sure say the government, the MPP government will ensure the strict enforcement of the Public Procurement Act. By so doing, what they are going to do is that the government will resource the Auditor General. The MPP will ensure transparency by establishing a transaction price database, which has not been done. The public procurement reforms to minimize sole sourcing and value for money. Sole sourcing. So it was even part of their manifesto to minimize sole sourcing, and then we get value for money. We have an inflated figure, an additional figure of $49 million. Is that value for money? Is that what we call value for money? In fact, so when you break this into
simply, to say, Jomama no may interchange na normal say or more inflate yes, it's the same thing.
No, but you see that the same argument. But the question is,
and why
are those documents to show say there was an inflation for that interchange?
No,
I haven't seen any document.
No,
I am just talking about fake official document. I'm helping the conversation.
Yes.
Say that one can be argued, but me where I sit, what I do may speak it based on documents and evidence.
Alexander Kessie has sent me a message on Facebook. Say, Commander, please calm down. Your pressure will rise. It is just the beginning, and the small things you are hearing today, big one and crazier ones are yet to be heard. $49 million.
Then say me breaking it down.
That's serious money.
Me breaking it down. Pualugu project, 24,000 hectares, size of the land. The amount involved near $498.1 million. And then the Bui project, 37,000 hectares. And we have $498.9 million. In Tenona Dibomwa, we have $997 million. I mention the second one. And the second one you'll be interested in because it has to do with say I can't say if you do any other places now Ashanti, so you'll be interested in it. So this is the second one, and I think
if
we'll
you just say
I
want a batch for free.
Okay. So this one came from Ministry of Roads and Highways. It was also dated 6th May 2019. 6th May 2019.
Ministry of
Roads and Highways. 6th May 2019. Rehabilitation / upgrading of the following selected roads in the Ashanti and Northern region.
Okay.
First, rehabilitation of Ifidiase Kasam Asono Kasem Asonomaso Junction. That is supposed to be 16.1 kilometers.
Okay.
Second one, rehabilitation of Onye. Achina Chrome. The Duakon. Kwaso. Yeah. And we are 11.55 kilometers.
Okay.
Upgrading of Donina town roads. Meaning say no north and I say no Ashanti. Donina town roads. 8.5 kilometers. Upgrading of Anyomaso town roads. 5.6.
Donina wo sa enclave no wa ediko prie Anyomaso.
Okay.
Anyomaso no utimi efa edweso anita hotel ti wo.
Okay. Okay. So and then upgrading of Domiabra. Upgrading of Apromase area roads. Upgrading of Esinimpong. Echina, say Echakrom town roads. Upgrading of Dungu, Kukuo, and only a northern part. No?
Okay.
And then rehabilitation of Dabukpia area roads, and we are 3.2 kilometers. This document gives a breakdown of how much is being requested. Into share, if you do acid DNA, it is costing, which is 16.1 kilometers. It is costing 92 million Ghana cedis. It cost 92 million Ghana cedis. Oshe the onye.
That's the
16.1. 92 million Ghana cedis. Where your Ghana cedis, not dollars.
Okay.
And then Oshe Echan Chrome, the Duako. The Duakon Kwasu Road, and we are 11.55 kilometers, and we are 34.7 million Ghana cedis. And then the other ones, Osheni na now Odi Bomwa. The total amount, Odini na Bomwa, the total amount, a 250.469 million Ghana cedis for these roads. 50.469 million. The same funny thing happened here. Almost say so. Accordingly, and in line with Section 40.41B of Act 663, that's the Public Procurement Act, as amended, approval.
Yabuatin say Achina Krum.
Achina Krum. Is it Yabuatin? I mean, name of Yabuatin. Okay. So Achina Krum. So as amended, so accordingly. As amended, approval is hereby conveyed to Ministry of Roads and Highways to engage Monsieur Global Construction SA, because that's the company. Monsieur's Global Construction Company and our Construction SA. Again, remember, I don't say a sole sourcing. This is sole sourcing.
Pualugu Buidiano a sole sourcing.
Nina, it is this company that is doing it, this construction company.
The same company.
The same company. Oh no, Nina. So Chinese for Chinese they any food and agri any different. Yes. Where one company, Global Construction SA.
We won't check it on my background.
It is coming, but not now. The background, no, we are getting the background. Yeah, getting more the people involved, and individual Ghanaians are engaging these foreign companies. From and it is seen to be a foreign company.
From Achina Chrome to the Diakon, Asnomaso, and the Northern Region. One company.
Global Construction SA.
Okay.
So approval has been given.
Okay.
For 250 million Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Then it goes further to say, Ministry of Roads and Highway is, however, to note that the check suggests that the amount 250 million has been inflated by 5%. Your calculation to find out the 5%.
Many okay.
Calculation.
250 million Ghana cedis.
250.
5% of 250 million Ghana cedis. Check it for me.
Obian check it.
Mon check it, man.
Into your calculation now, you get 21.5 million Ghana cedis.
So we $49 million.
$49 million.
And omo apeja.
Exactly.
And ofa we ya
21.5
road
million
ministry.
Ghana.
Road ministry.
Contract
of the ma.
Global
construction for within Efijase,
all the way to a part of the northern.
And okay, all the way and I say
and you're something nam fetch me because it is a because Ufi Ashanti Alpha B born Ansah, but there's nothing about this. So some, in fact, just 9 different roads. Nine.
And you know, so my inflating say
21.5 million Ghana.
21.5
million Ghana cedis. But again, what I'm even interested in is to ask, say, these roads, no.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say your segment, oh baby, are your friend community then what?
My community.
My community.
Yeah.
Mestre say major documents in Mawa. Use portion of it, say yen or china and the rest.
Yeah, and check it so my
these roads, sir. What is the state of these roads?
Where year be?
2019.
2019. Where's your 2019?
2019.
And So opposition parties, what are they doing? Or they don't know.
Well, I don't.
Or they don't know.
You see, why? If me, Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana, a civil society organization, I will not be here and say in as much as you are significant. Remember, Kasi, you are bigger than opposition party.
No.
And if we can have access to these documents, they should also be. But the question is, if you be any interest, ABI is not part of their interest.
you are not doing the calculation right.
Okay, you calculate and calculation. But you see, the question is, why? What is happening? Look,
no, because I can't believe it. Say,
Endra,
the PPA no say Adewe is inflated,
and they go ahead and caution you to tell you say this.
Why a sign?
Oh, 2019.
Who signed it? Because all those information is very necessary.
So we have the first, the one who signed. As at that time, now ABAJ, on and not oye, you can say, on and oye,
ABAJ,
on and oye.
Let me see. Ebi I know you're right. Ebi I know you're wrong.
Ebi I know you're right. No, you're right.
Ebi I the size anyway.
Mami read the baby woman show. Mami read the baby woman inside the show. Major documents number. More fun to more platforms. I intentionally decided to start my year. I intentionally decided to start my year with you guys, and I know why.
Now, South said the opposition is just in bed with the current administration.
You see,
Alexander says, Commander, now you understand he can't pay the day.
The next time I'll come and tell you guys something about what this government is really doing. Now, Mube say the economic hardship, the struggles are a calculated and a planned thing. The boutie of this government is to move this country into the state of 3 different countries across the world. Me mention countries, and I'm find out how governance is taking place for those countries. The the Philippines. The thoughts would be Sudan. Recently, till say there was a change in government, Kenya would have been part of this 3. And when you go to this, for instance, Sudan is being controlled by just about 3 families.
Yeah. When Obia Sunday and I'm say Ghana for attitude, Don Frank or say ABAJ, we know he's a thief. Forget.
It doesn't matter. That's not the issue.
But on only me point. Say a year Crusaders. What check it from the ministry said documents we in why I'm not seeking for explanation. Me that is my
explanation
my
from where? If we should seek any explanation, it should come from PPA, not the ministries.
Okay,
so the ministries.
Okay, so what are the PPA?
So what we are doing, and that is the next line of action. You don't go to PPA and for them to give you.
You are here talking about.
You don't go to PPA.
No, you are here talking about.
Yes, we are here talking about it.
Meanwhile, I won't contact PPA.
The first thing you do is to expose what is happening. Are you getting it? Yeah. The first thing you do is to expose what is happening. And right now, Amababe can't actually make a chance that we have over 400 documents, right?
Yeah.
This is just 2. At least I wake him in our app, hasn't it?
Yes.
Today you are talking about Marco PPA. The next moment it becomes a conversation, and everyone is asking, "Where is Parliament? Has Parliament called PPA?" Committee now.
Public
Accounts Committee. Did they have access to any of these things? Have they called PPA? We are working. We have a plan. We are not just here to talk and then go. We know what we are doing. And just like Minya first speaker Kayan, and you put in the public domain, especially when you have your plans. But the bottom line is Ghana, and yes, Ghana's problem is the mismanagement of the funds we have.
So one contract, $49 million, another contract, 21 million Ghana cedis.
Just assume, say, averagely, all the contracts near 20 million input. Multiplied by the 400 and something documents we have. Just multiplied by it.
Anyway, live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Alright, Manuel Wilson. I think this is a very sad situation. And said your kind of say you will leave the 2 documents for us. We are going to work on the document heavily. Heavily. Then you better the outcome.
Yeah. But for Enrico, apart from these 2 documents, I'm kind of feel Ochina Nopa. Every day you go to the Facebook page of Crusaders, you get a new document. Into by close of this week, no, not just Ochina then Thursday.
Yeah.
Ochina Mubenya a different one attached to this.
Okay.
Friday Mubenya one, Saturday Mubenya one, Sunday Mubenya. Even weekends, Sunday, Saturday, every day you should expect 1 new document, 1 project document throughout to the end of this year.
Wow.
You will see it.
Thank you, Honorable Manuel Wilson. Thank you. Me banam me no baba be yedwuma so me live on Accra 100.5 Che Humble Ken Bafo says Bobie, so that's minority know all of these dubious contracts, or they don't, or it's just like okay, any other business. Nanado and all the people in his government are professional criminals. This one is coming from Boadudon. Francis Bobie, please help me spread this. If you are in UAE and you want to join the NDC chapter, okay, so just DM me. Samuel Ado reporter me de mo ko kasoa akoya adwuma bi bia obi ano afen ye bewura fom me de ko kasoa na me de akoya adwuma ketoa bi me pacho location ye kasoa Asaraja. Okay, so nansane na yesi asojafo ebo ye abrante bi tuo ekum no ewo Asaraja, and mamen ko ye reporter Samuel Ado Ejina Same Majo Same. Okay, all right. So you're trying to benya Samuado on the phone. Now Samia catch exactly what is happening. And Charlie Scanoso. The money is big.
I was something they there. Radomzo. Charlie. But Bobie, it is so shocking. It is so shocking, sir. Uncle for some protected public personnel. They saw and they got to know that the figures have been inflated. Says Sikadom Diabano, Omudi Biakan, but they still went ahead to approve it.
That is where my problem is.
This is so shocking.
That is where my problem is.
They still went ahead to approve it. And almost also a say in Crofona Muso sources are more. Omudi kwa any database ni. And so still you still went ahead to give the approval. It is the fight against corruption but you know why it was so? Because also corruption crusade at the bind. Also the pivot of all this is nepotism. Because in Kofono model they are in one way or other linked.
I doubt it's such money's every system. $49 million inflated, 21 million Ghana cedis. So 2 contracts per. Somebody should just help me. 2 contracts per. No, Matt, I'm not sure.
Baby, you say then change free. Is you say support only free is you be Pikachu said then change me you see there are documents, documentations ewo sankayade all body trimu aka anka ebeye me na kakra, but with proven documents. Baby.
Okay, so mamen ko eye Asaraja. Yenua Samuel Ado ewo Asaraja. Agbozo Johnson emenino enkodi nkomo. Same Majo.
Bobie Ansah Josu.
Okay, so Same ujra yen fa dey na ekoso.
Yo, sabe am no ka say dey me gina eye hobo e na me no e ka say say ya Agbozo Johnson. Me no e ka say.
So, boy, come there na ekoso. What is happening there?
Yo, ni nyina ene say beye enansani na akasakasa eba soldier for ene abranti bi entemo ema enamso ma soja foi peja omutu a kese etwe ko kasa ya ekogu abrantie yi emfimu ni mechi a kese ofimu ya na asemi ebeto ja no na kese akwakoye besenwe akwakoye nsem bebre ewo krum hanamo ma krum hanamo be se deja a enye asam pitwa enti no sabre de ubepie mu ewo krum hanamo de na kese eye ejajo ni nisuo nko a na ekoso wa hanamo esane eye nyabrasem a ne ewani ewidi sem a ye asojafo yi ebedi wa hanamo no na musoma so hwa ehun so abon krofo pa ewo hanamo sei na sabra me na wo eka sei de migina eye ebusunya omakum eye omodehie omofie na migina tisia a me na wo eka sei na ubepie mu hanamo a na kese hanamo eye arahuye pa the moment a ura kuro ni mu ape wakasa arahu a ebeka wono enye akamkito akwa na me bepie mu na kese fi ha de na kese ahanamo abobe ahemfo atotoro ebusuafo mu fi ekikiri ne benche nyina na oma bepie mu ewa hanamo a kese asemo no kese abo mu pusa pa enye akamkito enti sabre de mesaka ebusuafo ni bi ewa ha eye abrantie
okay so same baby a wujira no abrantie na sojafo no bo ni tuo no ne maame wo ho
ne maame ewa ha no mu sei
any wine bi o
ne yere ne mu mienu nso ewa ha
wow
na krom ha no mo bi a me wo sisie so ahemfo ewo ha no mu sei a
okay so they know say Accra FM presence ewo eho sesi am no ka say right
omunim pa
okay all right so any omunim komo MIA any omu interact MIA
yo ani mesaka eye abranti a wefimu ne maame ewo ha no mu sei a ne ma bedi komo maame pacho ne mo Kwabena de ba Accra FM
ya ga ndio
ya metimu se na wafa ho de na se wo ye ohema prekope enti na hima ne mo Kwabena de ba Accra FM
ya
e pacho na cross
e freni nani ma kwa kupo ima
oba na wefimu na asemu ukini se
then says ampa asemi tama adianu baso no na me ho na mo mi bra ba ko ne ho asasi ya ko grade asasi mi tun asasi na ye ndia na ye ko grade tu na mi ba no ko ho bi na me bra ba ko no wo na mi ba ko no o trete o di golden yi empenifo no o mu kata IDP no kata na je Dobio ni kata wo ho na okata nso opam cho omunta wesu na omengu na onu su ka se yo abu ntu mumra godi yen mun trans yen ka dem no ntu okasa te IDP no
that is asemo no that is aseno money golden exotic golden is limited for asasino ho na senate
yan pre asasino asasino da ho ene bre as nti ya didio mobi ana ya ko grade tu na mo ya sa dia nti soja fo no na bae nti bi bra ba ko no dia o di soja yo di yi penina kata ana penina so ati nti wo dane no bae
na obi soja fo na ni mo bae na obra na ne o mo din komo
nti omo ati empo na wadane no hu ba na ba ko di tuo ni minutes to go na tini bubo na chita nti mi ba no nso jira ba bi fofo na ba no bi sa aden mi wofa na odi ayi no hu se peni mu ta na ofa tuo no wonu so di tuo no sinanim sa na mi ba no se aden be kumi ana no so tuo no hu prepare ta omo pusu sa na ja ba ko nso fiati na obe bo ni ti po na mi ba no to ho no wiye nti soja fo no penifo na ayi omunanti elimu no na mudi soja fo no ba po yaw eni nina mo dobio
golden exotic limited for na soja fo
nti abang ya pabucho dan penifo na ayi omudi soja fo no ba muntiti wo mo amu kira omu mbisa omu amu beba mu bebo tuo no ni sira mankata ni sira mu won ti wo mo no mu bisa won nsem ni papa tin bo tuo na me ba ne nyehia yekum ya ma me tesia no
will come in many martin munina to say I don't call out to say do amami. Meaning kola mini obia be boami. Ah measure uncle out with my dear mobile.
No, now we didn't fear.
We didn't fear or did 40.
For the 40 years.
Yes.
Bobie Ansah sabre so de am say mesaka na yire ne no omunyina etika na nisuo ne de eyiro mo pa nti me hwese bi omo betumi akasa se me bo me homo de na se kasa ne ma na ye ne ahefo no so di nkomo ne ahwe
all right
hana mo no ade ate langas pa hade se hana wa ko langas for headquarters
ba
me pa so na me di mani ehu no na se me ankasa na se me sheda nye safe sa. And so no ni nyina ni nyame ka ye ho nti me hwe se ne yere no mbetumi akasa
okay
we de me ma o yako si bo modiana teche ye ore emaye why e mo kwa ba de ba aka sam so ka chani juice me pa che trose it's good o yere ukuno onene ware ye be how many years ni 30 years more my mommy. If ukuno no emra wati ase no na 10 hours we that be say this year year but we so langa do 10 hours we kuno yo bia no ojo no kuno mpaka obetu ya tena oh yeah no
All right. I think she been moving. Okay, so I think you be quite for assemblyman, but I'm out for okay, no. So we be the first video, baby, I'm more a brand to etoye. But the question I busa say because anyway, I'm out for the issues, but my main for here assemblyman, Honorable Peter Adonu, or Hobo electoral area. Onya Majoy. Hello.
Joseph.
Boko there.
And you about how this Bobie Ansah.
What happened? I didn't see.
Yo, Bobie Ansah, me da celebrate. Medical achao, any hotel for nina. Madam was in Jumapa, Moye. Bansa na meka no message me ye correct ka krabi wa. I didn't know SC wo Hobo Agbazo Junction. And the pronunciation no mo pronouncing a Agbanzu Junction.
Agbanzu. Okay, Agbanzu. Agbanzu.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Now I'm say Monday Jordan Opano. And don't for be friend me say baby a coso. And the committee members. Better 5 minutes na eduho. Eduho no na branch be at the form na moja e pam no. And I mean be say then echi. And ni oho pa sana din see no. And I watch me muse. And upon on say a machine na edi 2 ahwen e bia begina ho. Na oye ma anti enche na soja fo bi bae anti soja fo bi bae no na oka kire machine say on free site no anti machine no koye bani obehu no say bra bia ye friend no Alfred awuku oni soja fo epre etum na on so say soja ni no ani abrante no etofom ani tuo no anti soja ni bi nso gyina akyire ɛna ɔma a wɔne shoot bebree ba aberante no wɔngyae tuo no mu nti ɔno ɛde ne tuo no ɛbɔ aberante no nsa sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ ɔbɛgyae soja no tuo no mu bam sɛ ɔntumi ankyee mu nti ɔno soja ni a ɔwɔ kyerɛ no ɔno na ɛbɔ tuo no 3 times ɛbɔ aberante yi a ma ne ka akyɛsefoɔ no ɔnka akyɛsefoɔ no ho biom yɛkɛsɛ yi wɔtoa nanamo nti mu busa me a saa asɛm no ɛna ɛkɔ so wɔ hobɔ na aberante no ɔmfi hobɔ ha ɔte kɔkopamfo baabi a mo reporter no Mr. Ado wɔ no ɛhɔ ɛna aberante no ɛfiri nti mu busa me a ɛno yɛ nea ɛkɔ so wɔ hobɔ electoral area
asase no wɔn a wɔde asogyafoɔ no ba no unim wɔn
for now no yɛsi godinfoɔ but menya ho sɛ yɛ ampa na sɛ yɛnyɛ ampa but yɛsi ɛyɛ good adwuma bi a ɛwɔ ha adwuma kɛsɛ bi paa ɛyɛ pineapple farm bi ɛna ɔmo na ɔmo ta asase no ɔmo yɛ adwuma but nea menim sɛ asɛm no wɔ court saa asase no ho asɛm no ɛwɔ court
okay
nea menim paa ne sɛ aha litigation wɔ ha paa nti asɛm bebree wɔ court nti asɛm a wɔ court deɛ me asɛm member meni ho kwan sɛ mɛkasa ho bebree nana
okay all right okay honorable assemblyman yɛda ase bebree sɛ wo ne akasa anwummere
madam akona so wɔ asɛm baako mmienu a mede bɛtu dwa
okay
mesrɛ Ghana mpanimfoɔ sɛ hobɔ electoral area ɛne dɔmeabra obom constituency no ayɛ sɛ land gardens sɛm yɛ tutuo no ɛyɛ adɔso dodo ɛnti yɛsrɛ IGP baabi ade no so ɛpamfo hɔ na yɛ council aberante fi ɛhɔ na wɔmokɔhye police station o ɛhɔ ɛna wɔmokɔhye police station polisifoɔ yɛ ade no sɛ yɛfrɛ ɔmo a akyɛ bɛsɛ 5 minutes na mo adosee no Ansah na amanfoɔ ne David nafoɔ ɛba ɛna ɛka langas asɛmsɛm a ɛdɔɔso wɔ ha ɛna litigation dɔɔso wɔ ha ɛnti yɛbɛsrɛ IGP sɛ ɔno ɔnankasa ba ha ɔho station no ɛna nyame adom regional crime officer nso baeɛ ɛnti ɔmo fa officers ɛmbrɛ yɛhia sogyafoɔ kasakasa na ɔmo bua sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛbɔ yɛ asɛm member ne na
ɛnyɛ asogyafoɔ na ekum mu yi anaasɛ wo deɛ wo sɔ mbɛkum mu koraa mo pɛ
sogyafoɔ me nkasa wo mbɛku nipa
but that is what is happening now
yes me ne wo ya adwen nanso so no nea ɛkɔ so no for now me to be judge ba sogyafoɔ ba ɛbɛboa ba sɛ ɛtutuo no ɛyɛ adɔso.
Okay, so wo no be prefer say as an assemblyman no be prefer say soldier for be ba obi obejimi bia o mo nkunu a is better.
The be me to me kasa nipa kum there. Me to me kasa na so
soldier. But what do you want to say? Because me nim say soldier for your langas adwuma.
Pato ne me pese me kan say soldier for eya o mo pata o se be bia problem one soldier for ko ho a problem no solve. Enti me ka akosila gas for na omotutu basa no anu na me frɛ enye sɛ soja for ba meku obi balangas tutu no ekoso bebre.
Okay, na problem no. Okay, all right, okay, thank you.
I tell me ba omo ya de no na wo kɔ hɔ a na je sɛ wo kɔ ye wanted enti sɛ ye kasa crampo no me ne me committee for no ye wanted. Enti soja for ne police for no omo bra na omo beboa.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Mami Musa, this guy here, soldier for Abonu to Akuno, no. Sign us in him, nefa. Or can't langas, no.
Bay, Alfred, na ye can want some, no. Minimum say, will be on pen want some. Auntie, a young one was or no, and I some way too, no. Oya,
Busiani, Busiana. Omne golden exotic for no transaction man so no ono so ye busuani oye busuani bi
Pato ayi busuani.
Oh okay, so nya say oye landguard but oye busuani.
minimum as a landguard, to be honest with you.
Okay, all right. Okay. So that's it. All right. Thank you. Me that's very. Okay. So yeah. But Matt, this is the situation. The point is say, a soldier for na say a bo a Daniel Langas. Me that is where my problem is, because you go serious cases are. A man for complaining saying, "Omo a soldier for you, omo say and all that." Me even other videos be all. Okay, so but that is the situation.
Bobie, it's pathetic. Utie Abrantia no assemblyman Abrantia no make a say now. Utimi say omo picture my painting say Abrantia na ya bonutio no or you be on pen no whatsapp. And then there's a question we need to ask. Soldier for no why any sumom. Soldier for no why any mam order say omonko sa venue no.
Yeah, say Golden Exotic Company Limited.
Golden Exotic Company no. And yet part of the army. You see, soldier for you can't internal security. And you police for Juma. Say police for no could do on say assembly dinner. What they do is to call reinforcement. Number yen some reinforcement. Now soldier need there. What they all call akon. So on mine no etosin on mine no as obi isolate on mine. I want a yen frau. Say we Juma bre aso. Soldier need wo place a barracks, wo place a camp. It's a ban say one a small soldier for man mokoe. Two soldier for no ko drew no. Asem akọ mo kan yem na kakran say abronte no on soldier for pre bibi ho. Omo pre tu ho. Ama omo mienu kra edi etuo no etofom. Omo aprepre no omo tofom. Enti nyo no oni na pre etuo nyo no boat you no. Utie story na nature say jena ogina nchen no soldier ni ba ko ogina nchen. A odituo ni tuo bo akwane sa asela akwane nje mu no. Ono tutuo no. Obekas be say self-defense, but okay, self-defense it does not even make sense. It will not hold water because when any small one
that my ya pesa, you know, Adib Sani, a foreign policy and security analyst. Obani Majo Akwaba.
Yeah.
So this issues about a year, say military for Daniel Langards. That is what I'm out for. A typical issue you see 3 days ago. Almost a friend, Corona Agbozo Johnson, Asalaja area or Hobo. Yabo Branty to a Kuno, why a soldier for Omoko Assassin. So just last 3 weeks, Chief, me want a lady be free London. Say a Spentest and Crophobie, Alcofa soldier for Abitra flower pot, Abitra Assassin, Wessia, Untimin Coho. Omdi a soldier for Jina Assassin so ama osi dino. Yenya several complaints on several occasions. A soldier for kum nkrofo e won sase so. What is the issue? What is happening?
Well, assembly in the past, recorded such cases, and mostly they do it outside of the command structure because illegal for a soldier force to be engaged in land guard activities unless maybe a military land. But then him say civilians be almost to me use a soldier for outside of the military structure to intimidate persons seen to contest the land. Even also almost even use a soldier for as debt collectors. Usika will be on person on tier, then you use intimidating takashi tactics to get your money back. Illegal, it's unacceptable, and it cannot be allowed to continue because a soldier for there, they should be constricted to the barracks. The only time who a soldier for intervening is when the police are overstretched during national events and special, emergencies. That's what I say. And I don't think it is officially approved. And now, if you see any military man engaged in such an activity, call report it, take his information. Who bet me out taking a number. In fact, let me say this for the record. A soldier for they would wear the camouflage and come and make it look like we are a soldier for just to intimidate. In fact,
but senior, don't you think, sir? say ye di agro now ye mean different because I deal with SCSC a Shaiman and other areas. Esia said they work in we have two opinions. Either say, oh, if you are no man soldier for even the military command the crowd to me be issue statements so woman soldier for. Don't you think say bedroom baby no soldier ni ba ko pe mienu ombe community bi mu na boys at twice almost so.
No doubt about that. Very dangerous situation. Because after they be a soldier for, so the next time we who soldier for are legitimate soldier for. Baby bet me I see. And the community will go like, oh, as usual, we thought they were not soldiers. So and see, it's one of the reasons military command almost released a statement last week about the wearing of military pattern uniforms, by civilians. Because now it's becoming one too many. But many are interested to legitimate soldier for they don't engage in such activities. They do. They do. They engage in land yard activities. And so now critical say Ghanaians or if they see such happening, they should report. There are military police. Hey, I saw the beer military police. Oh, who can report it? Adima military. I would report you to the military police. What is your name? What is your number? Your service number, and our service ID. It would get them to do the right thing. But once who say you are ignorant of the law, you don't know what is happening, or you feel intimidated and scared, and you let them have their way. They be. It doesn't have to be that way. And sometimes, and so I think this is very important. Obi kita etuo. The person is threatening you. I beg you, in God's name, in Allah's name, don't dare the person. Okite etuo. Mabo, and you are daring the person because they are high on drugs and adrenaline. So when you're careful, you lose your life. So I beg you, don't confront them.
Now, senior, so Jania is on drug there. Sir, I know you.
Yes,
it's really scary.
I bet me a soldier, I bet me a civilian.
Now we are zooming down on the military. Where your military for na a call a year assassin so specifically it's clear the military no and AD exotic for na more project. So the people at the area no GD say yes golden exotic company for na the military no eba. So for me to hear that a military man is on high drugs and can kill you at any time, I mean, it's scary.
Okay, so the thing is, let me let you understand some few things, okay?
Yeah.
In the past, I was one of the persons you're very vociferous about the way I use a soldier for Ghana. In fact, at the point I said we are cheapening and civilianizing the military of Ghana. Be a soldier for once you are a company and you have money, and you are an individual, you have money, you can go and acquire the services of the military. It's wrong. It shouldn't be that way. At least you can even acquire services of police if they see the reason to. Okay? So first of all, we need to confirm and understand whether we are sanctioned. If not, a report would have to be made and appropriate actions taken, whether a investigation, whether a arrest, whether a whatever it is, something must be done about it. But such scenario it was a general scenario about anyone okita etuo. Don't dare the person. I'm not justifying in any way anyone going to a confrontation with a gun. Baby. All right, it's just for safety reasons. All right, but I think that I don't know whether only a soldier for more kasana about that issue.
But as usual, on several occasions, this kind of things will happen, and they don't want to talk to the media. Sometimes they issue statements. Sometimes when they don't care about the situation, but my fear is about the reprisal attacks. Because maybe to say. Baby, I mean, who do whom say no. Say, see, I said just last 3 weeks or so, they attacked the police station there. So which means if we say no say soldier ni ba ko pe bia kototom and I say woman him say soldier ni bi fie ni a you never know what will happen.
So the fear is there is a high possibility of reprisal attacks against a soldier for if care is not taken. Soldiers could become legitimate targets. Okay, that is why military high command, they don't have to deal with this issue as a one of, more you forget about it, let us continue. It cannot be business as usual, Armenia. And it's even in the best interest of our soldier force to ensure that the right thing is done. Because when it happens this way too, we lose trust and confidence in our soldier force. And then you know, him say, Ghana, your military, very respected military, Lebanon. Even at the time, Rwandan genocide, all the peacekeepers were withdrawn. Ghanaian soldiers were very much part and parcel of the UN contingent. So your soldier for even beyond Ghana. As a result, if some officers engage, allegedly, in acts of wanton acts of lawlessness, to say it doesn't work in favor of the military. It leads to a loss, deterioration of trust and confidence in the military by the civilian population. To the extent to say it can even lead to belligerence against the military. And Andrew Honum, but we need to be careful as a country. We cannot allow this to continue. And civilians too, let's educate them, Minia. Don't be intimidated. Why are you intimidated? If it happens that way, you report to the appropriate authorities. After social media, accountability, pick a phone, record, talk about it. The whole world will hear you.
Anyway. All right. Okay, so Obia sending me a message. We say at one point, Professor Jampo Beka said military for no wofufu ewo jemense fie. I don't know whether you heard it or not.
I heard it. Because apart from president,
election,
any vice, any defense minister, no other public officer should have soldiers following him.
Anyway.
But Mintah, someone.
Asem the AAB pa. Senior, medase. All right, okay. So back to the point. But among for what testimonies across the country about the way, especially government way appointees, the way they are using military to intimidate. But the point is, say to me who say any panel say ataria or your soldier new. You can't tell.
You see, that situation, it is a security threat to the nation, because so be a soldier tare. Now, so baby, soldier, and the military command must rise up. I said soldier for Nagasa, a bomb, sorry, normal protect you.
My video be a soldier for call. I am said Dome Fasio, a hefa, a assassin, and a chroma for no to share almost. We have the video. I think this happened somewhere last year also. We have for call this kind of things, but still you can continue with the analysis.
Yes, but I don't make a
my major concern is that the people didn't ask anything. The leader didn't ask a question to find out what am I doing? Am I a criminal or what? I came here on my own. They didn't ask. What they do is that they just keep on beating me. Meanwhile, the leader came there and we informed him that we are not criminals. We didn't come there illegal. So if you have anything, exercise patient, lead us to the chief or wherever you lead us, then you continue. But they met us on the way and started beating us. Me, as you are beating me, I've not done anything wrong.
According to
my major concern is that the people didn't ask anything. The leader didn't ask a question to find out what am I doing? Am I a criminal or what? I came here on my own. They didn't ask. What they do is that they just keep on beating me. Meanwhile, the leader came there and we informed him that we are not criminals. We didn't come there illegal. So if you have anything, exercise patient, lead us to the chief or wherever you lead us, then you continue. But they met us on the way and started beating us. Me, as you are beating me, I've not done anything wrong.
According to
my major
we get these complaints. We're a typical example of what happened.
Bobie akwa we share on your soja ni. I can tell you on authority. Share so benya ne badge number wo ho a. Share so benya ne badge anase ne din e wo ho a. O share come on keke. We are a perfect example the na can, and this is a serious security threat to the nation. Akwa o ne kasa kro kan. Enye soja brofo no kan. Bobie enye soja brofo e na me kan say men pass about to say be a the support boss soldier for no.
Because but the point they are doing it.
Oh yes.
Bobie a soldier for free barracks.
Bobie and America
so ko when
and America say it is happening. It is happening, but if one bebre or what onye soldier ni bebre because soldier before a military man would leave. And that's a true component a true boy no. Bullet back be free utu no. What accountability over for that?
No, so Obaso Kache said the S ni nyina no enya soja for.
Men ka say enya soja for na men ka say eya soja for. But men ka say soja no discipline e wo mu no. What stroke was so be ka so ba so obi be fa no so ya ko. But say penifo so to me e use omo. And na men ka say ese soja for na ka sa e bo omudi no ho ban. Ese soja for na ka sa e sorry e protect the name Ghana military na ye kita no. Military ye kita very respectable name. You go book Ghana military, Charlie. It's serious. I'm a tree free aqua. What you say West African nations there were Ghana military training most of them. Ghana military and training most of them. Meaning camp people Cote d'Ivoire, friend Benjerville. Benjerville or Cote d'Ivoire. Abidjan Benjerville. Abidjan. So Ghanaian soldiers they training Ivorian soldiers. Oh Mugo. Ghanaian soldiers and they training Ivorian soldiers. It's a Ghana military soldier for almost in Papa. Ma obia me share omo uniform na bibia fan so mudi so your monkasa so no omo yes then our country is in crisis na just say the Ghana ban and as na for the sort na see from CDS and sort na see
okay as well look me bibia akufo adonom wo boys so me do omo ne nam nsase so enkwasi asem mo ti kromo adi ano no I mean with this way here na professional talk bi enkwasi asem akufo adonom di ano no Jimmy Samuel Mudiano from Sir boy way Lord coming. I did those boys McDonald. I mean these are facts.
So these people should be brought to books. Why they don't have a weak leader. Then it means you have
a week.
Me problem.
He's a criminal.
Me problem kakame wanna say. Me problem kakame wanna say.
You're talking about a president who is a criminal and you're talking about
confidence and I want to do more and my youth no dinate, you know. We have lost that confidence.
Anyway,
that confidence is lost.
All right,
that confidence is lost.
I'll come back.
Charlie.
I'll come back. Give us scientific back center. So men can say Ghana for you say or the give us GC capsules, GC Mr. Power capsules, core capsules, Heba Mr. Ba. Give us GC capsules in the Mr. No ewo. And I feel so give us power capsules or give us core capsules or the about give us Heba Mr. or say into the yadia typhoid. It was here when we are to one be Mr. Mefa Collins be enum pay ya dim komo on rent, ya dim komo with issues about Agenda 111. We have dealt with expose at procurement authority and now issues about Ansah Yedia Soja for and airborne home by hello.
Hello, Commander. I'm asking you count anyway.
And Council Suminia, your friend self-refrain.
I only have emergency Francis Oda saw mine. I
saw one for young court, Yanante.
Bobie nyame sira na nyankopon mo ho ban ne adwuma pa o ye commander nya mudi anya akra FM anka Ghana de nke afufo adokora ton ne nka na ada ye me ka soldiers na wo kan no kuro nye se soldiers ni bi gozo bi pa ye soldier fo no mu di ntem hunu no so ati ati o mu tietie sika mo mo a no mu ku amanfo no mo ye se bi go obranti a owo yiri mienu ne mankwala anketenkete Omunse you now or that be our Bobie said that table ni betten amount for be Johnny if you groom how or Musi now. Bobie only Yanko ye, Mamma.
All right, me that's my man for another call on the line. A quick one top choco. If I tell you, Mresa, when you would ya, no about Modia so bet me at GB. Hello.
Hello.
Pacha France of everything.
Wait a minute, but on your friend, we just broke out.
Okay, Yanko, ja.
Ana ama wonam kura na abu ye sempe de fopa na o mu fe na soja semini say police for to Kenya for to baby ABA be Taokra, Ugania court, Ugania Ugania yes, no, Mamunjana, want to do my in half the woman gun and I want to do.
Mesubeda say my men confirm another caller on the line me pacho so we top chukwa no aka chom so per 3 in 1 nibi now the account hello
Bobie Ansah
pacho fresh of refrain
oh from medium kojo ododo from me fokujo me fresh aguna fine aguna
east for pam chomo me enkoy
you yeda was you program ajaba kan me ji titi ade me yakuma to yin ye be tie na pa na kwejima no do you energy soja funala am there wonye soja for Ghana hebio woye an Robert bia wo ye juma ma ban asem bia yin
papa nu pa na aka say ti efe papa nu pa o ka say as you say anyway hello yes I'm back your first of everything but it seems that when you break it too much, I don't know. Maybe I try maintaining K. My make another caller on the line. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Majo, so me party I didn't come over break COVID sika agenda 111. Let's go. Your first of everything.
Pajo ni Isle go.
Pajo yanko.
Aba we. Say, you can say one ba for mamu ani eboa. Enya no kre. One back for share and looting and share. Name say mo Isle go UPS area. But share land gas for put for this taxpayers. Sika tia onka. Edu land gas for e bubu ko for that e sisin ko for that. Na me port am work at mama.
I want emphasize.
UPS. Isle go UPS.
Okay, so only meaning what the toso semino ka say we enfan toso me producer ne be yi na ono wadi nkomo wa akiri wa me pa cho.
Ya be bu first one people anga one year no one ton. Okay, aban so oni mo hwe. Oni mo hwe na posifu na di ati na. Posifu no one let you nka. Yeah, for is Legon police station. What is above their distance? The order is from the headquarters. So if any time you should go to court.
Jinaso. Me producer no be in komo of Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. On the Bright Soldier capsules and the Bright Garlic Plus capsules and on the aba mesro impomdi dwumade de Greenfield ana eko se unya enko ho a no abamode se ubetimi ede wani atre eye Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic ma me pacho menko me nanti ana okay me nanti hello pacho from free
Mr. Debra Kase free kaswa
okay Mr. Debra kaswa for bom yenko
Bobie me de ni na asem e kwaso ni amese asem ne sia no asem no kuma tibre no ane sie kan ni ade bisawa enkofo yi won ko di bone enti soja form penifo ni o mare mu the police force penifo o mare mu
but the point is they say crowd them say a police for soja for and omo nyina ne escafo na jeans asiche they almost chance asen so see ebe kumu ne afọ asase nkwa no wanya bidia I mean that is okay.
This is Ghana for ye bambo nye o. Ghana for ye bambo timam for ye bambo nye. Tanko for nyina na mo man enti apan mu kofo bie ne ho mutime kire tanko e ko skiti wo. Enti se amane endi esire dia ta ebe ko no anu no. And was obi a timam for no obi a fe ne ho yie. Answer there be wu fa se wu.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Mami, go for another caller on the line. Quick one. Maybe the last caller. Hello.
Hello, Bobie.
Pacho, first of all, friend.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Monsieur Ofi Party, Kasawa Party.
Pacho, more video didn't come from that body tell Mami.
No, me from Kasawa Party.
Okay.
Kakan person me can say. Abanya autis Christian, me person me say, and to the pop in phone, or more Jomo Party no Akasawana. Because Abana, Amamo Obunu, seeing Kosu. Ajuma enkonenim And I'm just going to be. And you cry.
Marty.
Bye-bye.
Let us say live on Accra 100.5. Paul Simons. Let's do this. All right, so that's it. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Thank you so much. We are done with our first edition Wednesday afternoon.
She's a rich girl. She can try hard.
And I shall call me product.